I'm shaking. Gonna make my way over without a doubt. Ooh la la, I'm thinking. When you talk, I wanna hear my name. What's your name? I'd like to call you up on the telephone. What's your game? I know I've never ever felt this way. I can't help but feel the way I do. Feeling my insides falling. All the things I do for you, but only if she calls me. What's your name? I'd like to call you up on the telephone. What's your game? I know I've never ever felt this way.
Okay. 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 Actually heard her.
These buckets are filled with grapes. What kind of grapes? These are grapes.
Hard fall all.
Stop, 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 stop.
Kind regards, masses, it's me, Highbike, and I am back with some more Hakuoki Chronicles of Wind and Blossom. The song that we were listening to for pre-stream was Telephone, What's Your Name by Daced, or maybe it's pronounced Daste, and it has a period at the end. I found this, or the song came up on my Spotify, just like, you know, sometimes you listen to an album, and then once the album finishes, it autoplays to songs that are like similar or related to the artist that you were listening to. And this song came up a while back, and I was like, ooh, I like how smooth and chill it is. It has some jazz inspiration too, or like you could tell jazz influence there. But yeah, I will leave a link in chat if you would like to listen to that song. And then the pre-stream video, Ryan sent me that in my chambers earlier today. It's called Grape Lady's Folly by PP Fartown. I was fucking dying laughing because the noises that they make and like the splat sounds when the lady's stepping in the grapes. Like, I think we've all seen like or some of you might be familiar with this broadcast of like these people trying to make grape juice, I think. Yeah, I remember like watching this back in the day. Not when it actually aired, but it was I don't know, it was like YouTube recommended for a lot of people on but yeah. I love that I love how this person made this YouTube poop. It's beautiful. I wish it was longer. but yeah, if you want to watch that, I'll leave a link in chat here. I do want to make this a drinking game stream because Hakuoki is fun for drinking games because we set off so many prompts. And also because I have leftover San Miguel beer from Friday. I was like, I didn't stream yesterday. But since there's so many prompts and, you know, I want to do my little intro first, I'll put some music on in the background. But yeah, no, how have you guys been? So today, if you are American, it was Super Bowl Sunday. I don't really watch football, but my mom, at her job, they were offering to do football squares. So it's like gambling. It's like they show like a grid, and you can choose, you can reserve like a square, and there's supposed to be numbers like kind of associated with them, and the numbers come in after the grid is filled, and the numbers are totally randomized, but whatever numbers like kind of correspond, or like what you're assigned, like they would have to be the last digit of the score for the corresponding teams. Like for like, let's say, or what did I get? I was so close to winning. It's like, I was just spending the day with Kyler, you know, we were just cuddling and stuff, and I was like, you know, let's check in on the Super Bowl every now and then, because I want to check if, you know, if I'm gonna win some money. But I basically bet for 2 squares. One of them you bet $20, or everyone puts $20 in. The other one you put $25 in. But I could have won because like the $20 one, or the pool, I should say, I would have won if the Kansas City Chiefs got either a 3 or an 8 as the last digit of their score, and if the Philadelphia Eagles got either a 4 or a 3, and this should be like I believe first and second quarter. Now the Eagles, I think they ended with 24 by the end of the second quarter. And I could have won if Kansas City Chiefs at least got like a 3, but they scored 0 like that first half of the game. It was so fucking close. But oh well. What I really wanted to check the Super Bowl for though was the halftime show, because Kendrick Lamar was playing, and he did great. He had like some of his awesome songs, including the one that goes "Mustard" or "Not Like Us." That was pretty hype. And like Samuel L. Jackson like would pop in every once and then. He was like, "I'm Uncle Sam," and he had like he had a suit and a top hat, American flag colors, and he would just kind of MC every now and then and be like, it was kind of funny. He was all like, I can't have this ghetto music," or you know, shit like that. But yeah, they kept hyping up "Not Like Us" because they would play like the string sample part, or like the flute sample part, or one of the samples, and like there would be these 4 backup dancer ladies who'd be like, is he gonna do it? But then like, just kind of blue balling us, he'd actually do a different song, but then eventually he did "Not Like Us." But yeah, it was a pretty cool performance. There were a lot of dancers. They did a really great job, and like, you know, I always wonder, or like Kyler was actually like asking, how many times did they have to like practice their choreography and stuff, because like there's so many dancers there, and it's like they have a lot of field to cover, so who knows how many times they practiced, but they all did great. Everyone was in sync. I again, I don't really care about which team won, but I am glad that the Chiefs lost, because Taylor Swift's boyfriend is in the Chiefs, so I'm like, yay, she gets to be disappointed now, haha. But yeah, no, that besides that though, like Kyler introduced me to the Castlevania Netflix anime. We watched like the first 3 episodes. Really good. Great way to hype me up for the Devil May Cry anime, because the guy who directed the Castlevania anime is also working on the Devil May Cry one, so yeah, it's a great adaptation. I'm just like surprised because it's like the first season, there's only 4 episodes and they're only like 24 minutes long. So I wonder why they went with that, but it's probably just because like this first quote unquote season is probably like the introductory part. I think the other seasons are like maybe 12 to 16 episodes, but yeah, I enjoyed it. And I wish that I watched it sooner, but at the same time, I'm glad I could watch it with Kyler. And then meanwhile yesterday, oh man, work was super chill. I didn't do shit on Saturday, except for like make a referral call, or at least ask a question for like one of the clients. But that's it. It was very chill. And we watched Mulholland Drive, another David Lynch film. That shit was also trippy. Yeah, like, it sort of plays out normal-ish in the first half, and then the second half, things start to get bizarre. But yeah, that's the fun thing about David Lynch films. It just always feels like a fever dream when you watch his stuff. And, of course, the ending kind of open to interpretation. Or not kind of, but very open interpretation. It's fun discussing what happens. I didn't get to watch any, like, analysis videos about it or anything, because I was busy spending my time with Kyler today, but yeah, no, I enjoyed that movie. And I was tempted to, like, do another David Lynch film for, this upcoming weekend, but no, it's okay. We started doing the movie polls like usual for the Discord server. But yeah, that's where I've been. And now, I will go over the drinking game prompts. Let me pull that up. If any of you would like to take part with an alcoholic beverage or a non-alcoholic beverage, you can click on this link, scroll down to the Hakuoki Chronicles of Wind and Blossom section, and I will also let you know when to drink. Let me see. There we go. So, take a drink every time Yukimura says, huh? Every time Yukimura is useless. Twice if she angsts about not being able to help more. Every time we get a CG. Anytime or any member of the Shinsengumi appears out of nowhere to save Yukimura in the nick of time. Okita casually mentions killing someone. Twice if it's Yukimura. Someone completely fails to be fooled by Yukimura's cross-dressing. Someone mentions seppuku. Twice if they're actually expressing the intention to commit seppuku. Yukimura cries. Twice if it happens when someone else is obviously holding back tears. Saito or Yamazaki turns out to have been lurking unseen in the shadows. Anyone calls a previously unseen lurker out of the shadows because they could tell all along that a person was there. Yukimura serves tea. Yukimura sweeps, like she's cleaning with her broom. Hijikata and Kazuma face off. Saito and Amagiri face off. Harada and Shiranui face off. Drink a whole bunch when the three above occur at the same time. Someone points out that not having to protect Yukimura would leave the Shinsengumi better off, but the Shinsengumi, or any individual member, insists on continuing to do so anyway. Someone has an episode of Fury Bloodlust. Kazuma calls any member of the Shinsengumi insects or dogs of the shogunate. Kazuma talks about the Furies being fakes. Okita coughs. Okita says, I can still fight. Hijikata says any form of that's in order. Harada talks about how it's a man's duty to protect women and or children. Saito delivers a soliloquy about swords. Heisuke angsts about being a monster. Someone drinks Yukimura's blood. Amagiri interrupts and stops a fight. You hear the phrase warrior spirit, Bushi no Tamashi. Someone tells Yukimura any form of I leave, insert whoever's route it is to you. Hijikata says, Nandato, or what the hell. Every time someone says, seriously? Sheesh, don't worry, for real, calm down, among white, and thank you so much. Every time I make a wrong choice and have to go back. Every time a character dies. Every time anyone is loud. 2 drinks if it's Nagakura. Every time alcohol is involved. Every time Kazuma insists Yukimura should be his waifu. And every time Okita simps for Kondo. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I missed these last 2, I'm blind. Every time the date is announced and for every grammar or spelling error. But yeah, without further ado, we will get to the game. It's time to play the game! Oh, I'm like, why didn't this turn off? Hold on, I have to get this to 4K. You first saw the Grape Lady vid on a pundit news show when it first happened? Oh yeah. It's a legendary video, honestly. Oh, let me turn off the music here too. But how are we doing today, Jacob? What's up? In case you missed the drinking game prompts, I'll leave a link in chat here if you'd like to take part with an alcoholic beverage or a non-alcoholic beverage. But yeah, let us start. I know. Funny stuff, and even funnier with the YouTube poop. Good shit. Imagine that scream as a game death noise. Oh man, I know, right? That'd be funny. But yeah, speaking of game death noises, or not really, just funny game noises. So last time on Hakuoki, we stopped Yamazaki from dying. We stopped a canon event because since we romanced him, he got the courage to prevent Hijikata from taking the Ochimizu, and he took it instead. Mostly to protect Hijikata from, you know, sacrificing his humanity. But now, Yamazaki doesn't have to die. And in the process, or not in the process, after he did, because he was like fighting off Kazama, he made this hilarious fucking scream. The I couldn't stop laughing at that last stream. It was so good. But that's pretty much what happened last time. And also, I'm pretty sure it's official that Yukimura and Yamazaki are together now. They were holding hands, and Shimada caught them. But yeah, that's what happened. Now we shall continue and see the Edo Blossoms portion of Yamazaki's route. So I can't wait to see what's different, because if, you know, any other route, Yamazaki would be fucking dead. So we'll see what happens. Morgana said pussyfooting today. Oh, I see. That's funny. Oh! I cooked for Kyler for the first time today. Because he was tired. Or he suggested the idea first, but I was like, I'll make breakfast for you. So all I really know how to do is scrambled eggs and rice. So I made that for him. Very simple breakfast, but he liked it. He enjoyed that. You came in just in time to hear this cute shit. Ah! How are we doing today, Hector? What's up? I know. Yeah, like, Kyler's usually the one who cooks for us if I'm ever over at his house. But, yeah, no, I wanted to be different. More? It's cute? Aw, I appreciate that. Eat it up? Yeah. It was me and Kyler's time today. We started watching the Castlevania Netflix anime, too. We watched the first 3 episodes. I like it! You had to swap to the English version to hear pussyfooting. Oh, okay, I see. I see. That's so funny how they do translations, like English language translations for games sometimes. And you get translations like that. Oh, hold on. We are doing a drinking game, so if you'd like to take part with an alcoholic beverage or a non-alcoholic beverage, you can click on this link, scroll down to the Hakuoki Chronicles of Wind and Blossom section, and we'll also let you know when to drink. Let me move my drinking game prompts over to my other screen so I can see it. Alright. I'm ready. I'm so ready. Let us see. Alright. So we have to look at the little recap too. Idea Factory, they made a booby game that you played. Oh, I see you. Yeah, I don't know. This is the only one I've played by them. Maybe. I don't know. But if it's a dating sim, that would make sense. Because this is a dating sim. January 1868. That's already our first drink. There was one time during the beach trip where the caption or English version had Ryuji saying something, and in Japanese he just screamed. Oh, that's so funny. Yes, this totally translates to this. The Battle of Toba Fushimi ended with the Satsuma and Choshu victorious. As the shogunate troops retreated, the Shinsengumi headed towards Edo. 4 years ago, I came to Kyoto all by myself in search for my father and met the Shinsengumi. Yours was a Senran Kagura crossover. It was like action but very poopy gameplay. Stayed for the booby. Was it kind of like a hack and slash? I don't remember if this was the same company, but there was a Hakuoki spin-off where it was supposed to be a hack and slash, but the gameplay was pretty poopy. Yes, it's time for the previously on Hakuoki. I was now leaving Kyoto, where I'd made such fond memories. He had sacrificed his body in order to protect me, gaining strength against those who threatened us, and I chose to walk alongside him. We would head to Edo without knowing what fate awaited us. Oh shit, okay, never mind. That was the end of the Kyoto Winds portion. Well, that's it. That's game over. No, it's because last time they rolled the credits, so I wanted to stop there because like it was already like late enough, and I had work the next day. So, but yeah. Now we get to the Edo Blossoms part with even more recap. Imagine 20-minute stream. Alright. Prologue. I love that they still show the Yamazaki in the bed. In Japanese, Futaba's voice is relatively low-pitched, but when she gets excited or panicked, it goes up high and sometimes even raspy. Interesting. That sounds like me sometimes. Winter 1863. I traveled to Kyoto in order to search for my father, with whom I'd lost contact. That's not technically the date, it's just a general part of a year, so I'm not gonna count that as a drink. I don't know. Futaba just like me, for real, for real. Man, yeah, right? Like, I dress similar too. In that city, I bore witness to a horrifying secret hidden within a group called the Shinsengumi, the Furies, creatures with white hair and crimson eyes. You two are stinky. We are all Futaba. That's a drink for white, by the way. Luckily, I was saved from the vicious clutches of the Furies by the members of the Shinsengumi. Since I had discovered their secrets, I ended up living with the Shinsengumi men, as they were also searching for my father. You thought that said furries? It's okay. At some point, any of us think it says furries too. Yeah, yeah. You're also illiterate. We all have those moments. You really don't want to go through the Morgana versus Ryuji pre-Okumura arc? Yeah, that was kind of dumb. I was given a position as the commander's page, and thus my life, with the Shinsengumi began. I'd heard rumors, well, whispers really, that the Shinsengumi were a group of terrifying Ronin, but my life with them proved otherwise. Their commitment to protecting the safety of Kyoto made them the last of a dying breed. True warriors. It set them apart from those who only craved power and status. Among the men was Yamazaki, a member of the Watch, who often swapped between the roles of scout and medic with equal proficiency and diligence. That's a drink for Among. I know, we're already starting off great with these drinks. Because I had experience assisting my father in his clinic, I ended up assisting Yamazaki with treating the Shinsengumi. A group of demons named Chikage Kazama, Kyuju Amagiri, and Kyo Shiranui sought to interfere with the Shinsengumi at every opportunity. It was later revealed to me that I was of demon descent, which was why they were relentlessly pursuing me, but Yamazaki and the Shinsengumi kept me safe. Ah, yes. The squad. Is that Gin Bleach? Which one? I don't watch Bleach. Are there people playing the second part without the first part? There actually were. So, back when this game came out on Steam as, like, 2 games, Kyoto Winds and Edo Blossoms, I've seen people in the reviews say to skip to Edo Blossoms if you just want the romance. Because, to be fair, they do, like, give you a good recap of the previous game. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some people out there who have just, like, skipped. Yeah, that explains the summary, right? And maybe even before that, some people, or I don't know, because when this game originally came out, I think they were both, maybe like, they were both sold together as separate discs. I'm not really sure though. Gin is some fox-eyed, white-haired dude. I think I know who you're talking about. I'm not sure, but sure, yeah, it's that guy. Don't see why you just don't play it though. However, the winds of change were blowing. Anti-shogunate sentiments were spreading throughout the country, and the war between the shogunate and the Satsuma Choshu seemed inevitable. Oh, there's the moment. Legendary. Ah! During the Battle of the Toba Fushimi, Yamazaki resorted to drinking the water of life to save me, turning himself into a fury. The Satsuma Choshu, however, were ultimately victorious, and so the Shinsengumi were forced to flee Kyoto, the city they called home, and head for Edo. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna play the sound bit just for that. I haven't isolated it, but I do have part of it saved for my Instagram summary clips. Hold on. Oh shit, new opening. Here, hold on. I got the previous. God, that scream was just so fucking funny. Oh yeah, we might as well watch the Edo Blossoms opening. Look at all these pretty boys, right? Yeah, I like me my pretty boys. My historical pretty boys. This totally happened. This game is 100% non-fictional. They should kiss. I'm pretty sure there's some doujins out there. Some arts. Yeah, honestly, these songs go pretty hard. Yeah, there is some. So it is spicy, yeah. Like straight up. I mean, they don't show anything, but with one of the routes, player character and one of the guys actually like have sex. But it could be spicier. Yeah. This isn't really R18. They just imply. Yes, the segs. We don't see anything though. If anything, we just see like the guy on top of the girl. That's it. Oh, sex! Ore sex da. Alright. Sometimes less is more. That is true. You can let your imagination run wild. I have it here, chapter 1. Fuck that, I want to see Pinor. I 100% agree. The Theodore romance scene, yeah, that was also some very heavily implication kind of shit. Good stuff though. The guy from Alvin and the Chipmunks. No, not that Theodore. No. February 1868. There we go, another drink. It had been a little under 2 months since the Shinsengumi were thoroughly beaten at Toba Fushimi and forced to relocate to Edo. A new headquarters was established in an old mansion previously owned by one of the former shogunates Hatamoto, which was where we resided. Should have said the chipmunk from Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's true. It had been 4 years since I set foot in Edo. This was the city of Edo we all knew so well. And yet, unlike Kyoto, none of us were able to feel at ease here. I suppose it was natural, however. Kondo, our beloved chief, was still hospitalized at Dr. Matsumoto's clinic. That's true, when Jacob's mic isn't working, he does sound very much chipmunky. His true self shows. Hijikata had been tirelessly bustling to and from the offices of shogunate officials in Kondo's stead. As for Okita, whose illness was serious, he was instructed by Dr. Matsumoto to recuperate elsewhere. Yes, real voice. The chief and commander were noticeably absent from their new base of operations. On top of that, the sting of defeat was still fresh in everyone's mind. I wondered to myself what would become of the shogunate, and by extension, the Shinsengumi. Our anxiety and worry pressed down on us, impossible to ignore. I was about to be like, drink for anxiety, but that's metaphor only. Before I knew it, it was the middle of February. One freezing winter day, just as I was becoming a little bit used to being here. I was wandering around the outskirts of the compound's courtyard when I noticed someone yelling.
だからそうは言ってねえだろ。俺たちだって言いたいことは山ほどある。けどここで騒いでどうなるってんだ。 まだ大使の補充すら済んでねえんだぞ。
ですが
Oh, hello everyone. Is something the matter? Were they fighting? What do we think of the princess from The Legend of Zelda? She pretty. She pretty. I chimed in out of concern. Harada responded awkwardly. Absolutely yes. Indeed. Indubitably.
ああいやちょっとね保証の雪村君かちょうどいいなあ君も現状に不安を感じないか
Bother me? In what way?
考えてもみてくれ局長と副長は江戸に来て以来ずっとこの豚書を留守にしているかといって命令があるわけでもなく大使は皆座して待つだけの日々本当に俺たちはこのままでいいのか局長たちは敗戦を機にこの新選組に見切りをつけたんじゃないのか
I thought it said our asses kissed. And I'm like, yes. Of course not. The Shinsengumi is the most important thing in the world to both Kondo and Hijikata. In all honesty, I was also anxious about our commanding officers being absent. But this was the first time in my 4 years with the Shinsengumi that I'd seen discontent expressed so openly, especially to the captains. Kondo is absent because he's still recovering. Hijikata too is working as hard as he can for the Shinsengumi.
だが大使に不安が広がっているのは事実だろう敗戦後の肝心な時期にタイの支柱となるべき方々が留守なのはそれだけで問題だ
Well,
なあどう思う君だって心の底では
おっと、そこまでだ。あんまりそいつをいじめんじゃねえ。
Nagakura grabbed the two young warriors by the scruff of their necks and dragged them away.
組長何の真似ですか
ったく、さっきからごちゃごちゃとうるせえな。
Excuse me. You with cats? For real. Man, those pictures you posted of the cats, like, I can't believe that one. I don't remember, what was the name of that one, but, like, it was just hanging off of, like, your shirt with the claws. Man, cats are silly creatures. Your favorite thing is the date from 9/11. Ah, yes, the date from 9/11. I also like the date from 9/11. Soy sauce, that was the one. What a silly little bugger.
そんなくだらねえ不安なんざ。うまい酒を浴びるほど飲んだら、記憶ごときれいさっぱり消えちまったの。
Oh. Well, that's an alcohol mention. I'll drink for that. You had your leg upped and soy sauce reached up to grab it, but he got his claws stuck. Aw. What a silly.
お前らの言いたいこともわかるけどな。不安や恐れってのは伝染するもんだ。そうそう口にするもんじゃねえ。男としての株が下がっちまうぜ。
つうことでてめえら、綺麗なお姉ちゃんがいる店に連れてってやるから、ありがたく思え。
Why is it funny to name pets after food? I know, right? I don't know. There's just something about it. It just feels like the right thing to do.
わかりましたわかりましたから首が
Rip.
悪いな。俺もあいつらの相手をしてくる。
Don't do Bean like that. But still though. Hey, I do it too. I've had biscuit, mochi, tofu. I still have Snickers. But yeah, I don't know. It's just so funny naming pets after food. You call him your BBB, Big Baby Bean. Oh, I love that.
実際あいつらの心配も的外れってわけだね。今はこうして不満を抑え込んじゃいるが、いつまでもこのままってわけにはいかねえぞ。
I wondered who those words were actually meant for. You think you've seen that tag on the hub? Oh yeah, definitely. I saw Harada off and my eyes dropped to the ground. Ooh, you were on the hub. Excuse me. Those two soldiers were members of Okita's 1st Division. I imagined Okita's eyes narrowing cynically before he brutally scolded them. Inoue would have diffused their doubts with kind reassurance. Ooh! Rib! But here in Edo, neither were with us. Damn. Can I get an F in chat for Inoue? Ever since the Battle of Toba Fushimi, cracks were beginning to show in the Shinsengumi. I felt helpless as I headed back inside, unable to shake the awful feeling that everything was going wrong. Ash, baby! Oh, little Ash. Regardless of how I felt, there were chores to do. The other pages, Soma and Nomura, were often occupied with guarding Kondo and Hijikata, which meant that I was left behind to handle the growing list of responsibilities. Pardon me, Heisuke. Are you awake? Days were shorter during the winter season, and before I knew it, it was sunset. I had finished folding each of the warriors' clothes and was visiting each room to drop them off. Your clothes are dry, so I went ahead and folded them for you.
Oh, ありがとな。じゃあそっちに置いといてくれ。
Heisuke seemed to be in the middle of something. He quickly looked back to his hands. Upon closer inspection, I saw a notebook open on the floor. Beside it was pile of what looked to be shredded tree roots. Alright, that's a grammar error, that's a drink. Could that be... Is that Ishida medicinal powder?
違う違う。いくら江戸に戻ってきたからってそんなもん煎じたりしねえって。
You sus. Heisuke, more like Heisuke.
松本先生が教えてくれた薬で。
羅刹の吸
Oh,
血
fucking
衝動を
Sanan.
抑制する薬だそうですよ。
Oh, good evening, Sanan.
むしろおはようございますですね。私たち羅刹隊の仕事はこれからですから。
Ah, yes, the night shift. Heisuke snorts it. Yeah. Like everything else following our return to Edo, the Fury's predicament hadn't improved. The left one looks like a bastard. No, he's the cinnamon roll. He's just a goofy little bean. The right one's the real bastard. Many of the Shinsengumi forces were injured, which meant that the Fury Corps were an important military asset. With morale at an all-time low, the Furies were entrusted with guard duties around the compound. Yes, the right one will absolutely stab you in the back and call you slurs. Very true.
東堂君もおはようございます。またその薬を調合していたのですか。
俺にとっちゃどうしても必要なもんだからな。
私としては一時しのぎ、無駄なあがきだと思いますがね。
そんなことねえよ。
Sunlan clearly struck a nerve with Heisuke, whose eyes narrowed into a glare. However, Sunlan was unfazed and merely shrugged.
まあいいでしょう。君や山崎君のやり方に文句を言うつもりはありません。今は好きなようにすればいい。最終的に行き着く先は同じですから。
Yamazaki? Is Yamazaki taking this medicine as well?
ああいや、一応この薬は渡してあるけど、そんな心配する必要ないよ。ラセスになったのもつい最近の話だし。
Yet.
まだ発作を起こしてない。
Is it me or did Heisuke just get quieter? Yeah, very close to don't worry. Oh, if only. I see. I couldn't show how much relief I felt in front of Sanan and Heisuke, but I still pressed my hand over my chest. Please. Oh, please. Please replay the scream. I recalled the battle. Yamazaki had willingly consumed the water of life in a valiant effort to keep myself and Hijikata safe. This was unknown to everyone else, and so Yamazaki resumed his duties and lifestyle as usual. Because the watch operated primarily in the night, no one, save for the captains, noticed anything different. He was, however, frequenting the compound less and less during the day. No! Oh, I wanted to hear the scream again. If Okita's TV doesn't get better, then he's gonna be buried in a coffin. I'll give it a +1. Just because the funny TV joke. It's still bad though. For now, his focus was solely on escorting Hijikata at night, as the latter was constantly busy attending meetings with shogunate officials. As a result, he was hardly ever in the compound to begin with, and I'd had no opportunity to speak to him. I cupped my hand over my heart. I wanted to talk to him. In such a period of unrest for the Shinsengumi, simply seeing his face would have brought me much relief. His duties were extremely important. I couldn't simply ask him to shirk them. I was being selfish for missing him so much. Man. The night wore on as I busied myself with chores. I took a short nap, and before I knew it, dawn was breaking from the east. I headed for the entrance, footsteps light so as to not wake anyone, and stood by the gate. Should be any minute now. Normally they would have arrived by now. Whenever they find something in the Shinsengumi's living quarters, you expect it to be Hijikata's haikus. I know, huh? They're just scattered around. My breath misted in the air with every word I muttered to myself. The harsh cold pierced through me as I listened for any sign of people approaching. At long last, a pair of footsteps echoed in the silence of early morning. Oh, welcome back, Hijikata, Yamazaki.
Yukimura-kun. 今朝も待っていてくれたのか。
I was waiting up for you.
出迎えはいらねえと言っただろう。この寒いの風邪ひいても知らねえぞ。
Imagine they were hidden around in each member's room like Elizabeth's cards in P3D. That would be pretty funny. I'd love playing a minigame like that. I'm sorry. I was just worried. Hijikata stuck his foot into the door of every Bakushin office in Edo, with Yamazaki right behind him as a guard, which kept them away well until morning. I wanted to do something for them at least, especially considering how exhausted they must have been. I bowed to Hijikata, to which he responded with a wry smile. There's hot tea and breakfast waiting for you. Please enjoy before you rest. Hold on, she made tea, but is that? Oh, she didn't serve it though. That's specifically the prompt. No drink. Why? Imagine how sweaty it probably is under Yamazaki's headband guard. Right? And with that, for like Naruto characters too. Because man, that is a lot of effort or like, you know, work they're exerting. Okay, sweaty. Exactly, even worse for the Naruto characters. Because they're all running around, doing their jutsus and shit. And even worse for the fire users. Man, it's a hot one. Oh, drink! Oh damn, that's the last of my leftover San Miguel. But I still have 2 more bottles, so when it's time for the next prompt, I'll go ahead and pop one open. For a second, Yamazaki's brow furrowed, and he started to head off. You just had an image of Naruto stealing Sasuke's headband to lick it? I hope someone's drawn that. I said, wait! They don't love you like I love you. I think that's what I gotta say. Let's see. Oh, we're getting close to the end of our saves too, but I'll rewrite the ones from the beginning. I think wait would be the right one. Wait! Perhaps the conversation I'd had with Sanan and Heisuke had gotten to me. I was overcome with a sudden bout of anxiety, causing me to grab a hold of Yamazaki's arm instinctively. Oh. Bro. But you have to eat while you still can, or you're going to feel awful when you wake up. Besides, Yamazaki, you're responsible for looking after everyone's health. Neglecting your health would be hypocritical for someone in your line of work.
おい山崎、ここはお前の負けだ。おとなしく言うことを聞いとけ。
You gotta have a good meal.
しかし副長。
Wait, was this the right choice? Hold on, let me check. What the? Is this? What chapter? This is 5, right? What the fuck? Maybe it doesn't matter. Huh. Oh well. Yeah, that's weird. There's only like 2 choices that they show here. Hold on. Let me double check. This would be... No, it's chapter 1. I'm confused. Hold on. Is this... Oh, this is only Kyoto wins. Hold on. Let me make sure. Yamazaki Edo Blossoms Guide. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is right.
ぐだぐだ言うんじゃねえ。飯も食えねえほど眠いわけじゃねえだろう。俺は先に部屋に戻ってる。悪いが、俺の分は後で持ってきてくれ。
Excuse me. Oh, yes. Immediately following Hijikata's departure, Yamazaki's eyes darted towards me. His expression, however, was more relaxed than before. Okay, yeah, there we go.
まったく。君も心配性だな。
I worry.
では、俺もまず戻って着替えよう。副長同様、俺も部屋に食事を頼む。
Watch her catch him mid-change. Yes, I'll bring something that will warm you up in no time. I heated up the meal I'd prepared in advance and carried it out. I hurried over to Yamazaki's room. Pardon me, Yamazaki. I brought your meal. Please enjoy. I neatly arranged a tray of rice porridge with pickled vegetables and miso soup beside it. Oh, that sounds good. I'd prepared mild flavors and easy-to-digest foods so as to not upset his stomach.
宣告はすまなかった。
Aw, he wasn't changing. Damn, there goes my fan service. Yamazaki appeared to have settled down and bowed respectfully towards me.
寒い中、わざわざ出迎えてくれた君に失礼な態度だった。許してくれ。
Oh, you have nothing to apologize for. I can only imagine how exhausted you must feel. But I couldn't help but notice how upset or angry you looked. Is everything alright?
話したところで、あまり気分のいい話ではないぞ。
You must sleep? Alright, well thank you for dropping by. Always appreciate it. Hope you have a lovely rest of your night. Get a good night's sleep, and we will catch you later. Good night. See ya. I'd be happy to listen if talking about it would help. If there's anything bothering you, I want to do whatever I can to help, even just a little bit. I poured tea into Yamazaki's cup, and our hands softly grazed each other's as I handed it to him. Ooh, they touched! Also, I need to grab myself another San Miguel, so I will be right back. Because that is a prompt for tea. Alright, I am back, so that's a drink. That reminded me, Kyler bought these things called Twisted Teas. They're like, they're alcoholic iced teas. And they actually did taste like, iced tea. And you could tell, like, a little bit that there's alcohol in them. But otherwise, if you like, pour that stuff in in like a bottle or whatever, you might not even be able to tell that it's alcoholic. So, it's like, ooh, maybe I can bring this to work. I'd never do that though. Oh, and that also reminds me, so Dick found something, like, it's this, Jack Daniels made a coffee, and it has the same black label as all the other whiskeys do. So we saw it and we were like, is that fucking whiskey? But it's actually just coffee. And so like where we keep our bins, he left it there. So when you open the cupboard, it smells like whiskey in there. But and I'm just like every time I go to my bin, I'm like, ooh, whiskey. But yeah. I don't like coffee though, so I never asked to get like any coffee. But everyone usually makes coffee for each other or like borrow coffee, but yeah. You just remembered you saw a very long Tumblr post about someone who had to shelve boxes labeled Sasuke penis costume? What? Why is it the Sasuke penis costume? Finally, he opened up as if the slight touch had spurred him on. But that means you are bothered. Let's see, the Sasuke penis costume. Akatsuki robe for a 1/12 scale figurine, about 15 centimeters. Fits a large penis or a small Sasuke? What? I have so many questions. Damn.
先日の戦いで大敗を喫したことで、幕府の中では新政府を名乗る敵軍に恭順しようという動きが出てきている。現在の状況で戦って勝つのは難しい。ならばどうにか折り合いをつけて戦を避けようという話だ。
But that doesn't sound feasible.
そうだな。仮に交渉の結果、戦自体は避けられたとしても、実質的には敗北を認めたようなもの。おそらく多くの点で奴らの要求を飲む羽目になるのは間違いない。例えば幕府の解体、将軍家の処刑に賠償の要求。どこまで踏み込んでくるかわからないが、奴らは幕府側が思っているほど甘くはない。
So, what's Hijikata's take on all of this?
無論、幕府を守るために他に道はないと徹底抗戦を働きかけている。だがほぼ相手にされていないのが現状だ。土方副長が必死に頭を下げ、言葉を尽くして説得して回っても。
Someone speculated it was a translation error. That sounds about right. The Sasuke penis costume. It's a large penis. Or a small Sasuke. I can't get over that. Yamazaki's respect for Hijikata was clear as day. I could only imagine his feelings watching Hijikata be treated with such wanton disrespect. And all he could do was sit and watch. I wondered to myself how agonizing it must have been for him. Yamazaki?
奴らはもう諦めている。自分が傷ついた上での結論ならわかるが、戦場に身をさらすまでもなく。なら俺たちが戦ったのは何のためだ？俺たちは何を守るために戦ったんだ？
What am I fighting for? Yamazaki suddenly drove his fists into the floor, shaking violently as his anger escalated. I could only look away as he vented the full force of his anger. Perhaps some of the members who are against the war are thinking that they only need to endure it for the time being. They might be thinking that even if they accept defeat for now, there will be a chance to retaliate.
ならば、井上さんたちは犬死にか?
Bro. His eyes glowed with anger. I hadn't seen such vitriol burning inside of him since we watched Inoue die in front of us.
あの時俺たちを裏切ったヨドハンも同じだ。仮に内心でどう考えていたにせよ。
You know what? He's kind of loud. I'll take a drink for that. He's getting pretty close to the mic.
城の門を閉ざし敗残兵を受け入れなかったのは、首を新政府側に売り渡す気だったのは明白。奴らは幕府が倒れた後、自分の身の安全を保障するため新政府軍に恭順しようとしている。
Yeah, now he's getting loud. Yamazaki balled his hands into tight fists, squeezing his eyes shut. Arthur meme.
今も目を閉じるたびに思い出すんだ。あの鳥羽伏見で見た光景を。絶望する仲間たち。響く銃声。
Bro.
そして井上さんの体から滴る。
I told you not to touch it! God, what a legendary episode. Oh, his heart. Heartbeat, heartbreak. Yamazaki? No sooner had I called out to him that I saw his pupils dilate. Oh, he thirsty now. Oh shit. His breathing came quick, staggered. He viciously sunk his fingernails into the flesh of his arm. His gulp punctuated the room's tense atmosphere. Why? Alright, that is definitely... Hold on. Yamazaki has some good screams, hold on. Me too, brother. Me too. Well, that's... I felt that too. Well, that's a drink for a fury bloodlust. Yamazaki? Yamazaki clawed at his throat, screaming in agony, vigorously scratching his skin. I'd seen this before. I've seen this episode before! I remembered my first night in Kyoto. I just tried my hardest not to think about it. Surely he would overcome these symptoms. Yamazaki was different from the other Furies. I'm not like other Fury. Or at least this was what I had told myself. The chances, however, were slim to none. Excuse me. They're not like us. They're not like us. Yamazaki clawed at his chest. Excuse me, almost like he was trying to gouge his own heart out. No, Yamazaki! Excuse me, I decided- oh shit, okay, so I think- do I give him blood? What should I do? Ooh. I think I'm supposed to make him endure it. TBH. Let me see. No. No, maybe I should give him the medicine. Let's try the medicine first. Oh. Yamazaki, where's the medicine? The medicine to treat fury symptoms. Hold on, let me see. No, I'm supposed to give him blood. Alright, hold on. Reload. And that will be a drink. Give him blood. Convenient he remembers the medicine here. That's true, it was like that with Okita. I guess giving blood is the right choice, regardless. With trembling hands, Yamazaki pulled a block of powder, wrapped in paper, from his pocket. Yeah, I don't know, I was just thinking maybe different members react with, or like, they'd have better results depending on like different results, but I guess we should just default to giving blood. I recognized it as the same medicine Heisuke had. Although I hadn't seen it in its completed form, I was skeptical that it would be of any use. I had to make sure. Will that medicine work? Maybe it does depend. Maybe. Yeah, but in this case, they're like, give blood. So I'm like, okay. I suddenly recalled how dismissive Sannan had been. He called it a futile effort. Have you tried the medicine drug? Have you? A full 30 minutes. Wait, did it say that? Oh. That was far too long. Would Yamazaki have to endure this pain for such a long time? Could I honestly bear to watch the person I cared for writhe in agony? You were quoting a House MD meme. Oh, okay. That's my first time hearing it. That is funny though. It's the same fucking thing. No, I couldn't stand to watch a second longer. Give me a moment. There was no time to hesitate. Metal hissed as I drew my kodachi, hoping to soothe Yamazaki's pain as fast as I could. Blood! Is this a prompt or no? Let me see. Well, Yukimura's definitely not being useless here. Oh yeah, someone drinks Yukimura's blood. That's a prompt. But I'll wait till he actually drinks it. I felt a sting as I slid the kodachi across the back of my hand. Me too, bud. Imagine if you'd named her Blood Bag. Aw, man. I should have done that. What the fuck? Blood Bag Yukimura. His eyes shot to the drops trickling down my hand, as if he were a starving beast. I calmly offered the hand to him, smiling to put him at ease. Please drink. Please clap. It's alright. If it helps you even a little bit, that's all that matters to me. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. Please, drink my blood. Offering a Fury fresh blood was surely too sweet of a temptation to pass up. His tongue flicked in and out hesitantly as he slowly crawled towards me. Like a dog. I feel like the picture's gonna get bigger, so I'll wait. The moment his moist tongue met my bloody hand, both of our bodies shivered in unison. Ooh, lewd. Rero rero. I could tell how hesitant he was, how frightened, but his tongue on my skin was terribly hot to the touch. He was still resisting the urge to proceed any further, simply letting my blood soak his tongue. Yamazaki, if you'd like, you could... Damn, bro. Well, that's a drink for the CG. Appreciate it. Alright. Alright. Slurp, 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 slurp. You could drink more if you wanted. If I had uttered these words, then perhaps it would have broken something inside of him. And so I waited, watching over him. Yay! Happy music! February was drawing to a close. The warmth of spring was still far off, and on this day, the chilly blue winter sky spread wide above us. Oh, what's this? Hold on. Let me put this on, mute the game. This is a classic? Alright, let me see what it is. Oh, okay, this is the one. Hold on, let me... Whoops, it opened on the wrong screen. Let me transfer that. Alright. I've never seen House MD either, but the memes that people put up are pretty funny. Okay, let me adjust that. Alright.
Hash, we need to keep this patient. Did you try the medicine drug? I did try the medicine drug.
Excuse me.
Only stupid people try the medicine drug. You are stupid.
Oh, damn.
I tried the stupid drug. You are a black man.
Bro.
This vexes me. I have blood dripping down my nose that is dripping.
Bro.
That's bad. I also was bitten by a mouse due to my poor hygiene. You need hygiene drug. Also, I have not spoken in a while. No, hygiene drug will kill the patient. He needs mouse bites to live. I forbid this. Don't care. More mouse bites. I feel better. No more nose blood. Thank you, doctor. I am very smart. I too am in this episode.
Man, yeah, I don't know what it is about house memes, but they're pretty funny. Like, there was this one that was like, it was like Family Guy and House, and like, oh, it was like a house, like, the guy from House is in Family Guy, and like, they keep repeating his fucking line. It was so dumb, but I liked it. He needs mouse bites to live. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm saving this. Alright. I'm back to the game. I feel like there was something else I was gonna say, but I like totally forgot it. Alright.
いやいや、こうしてみんなと会うと、
いやいや。
ずいぶん長く留守にしていた気がするな。
気がするなじゃねえよ、近藤さん。実際何ヶ月ぶりだと思ってんだ。
いない間、こっちはだいぶ大変だったんだぜ。
Whoa, okay, hold on. Haruto was kind of loud. Also, and it wasn't Nagakura for once. I'll take that as a drink.
その説はみんなにも迷惑をかけた。俺がいなかったばかりに、鳥羽伏見では太陽配送の受け身に合わせてしまったし。改めて謝罪を。
Oh shit. I gotta take my meds. Hold on. Let me grab some water. Alright, I have returned. Okay. Water. Water. Okay. Alright. Let me get nice and comfortable. There was some Tumblr post that was like, no, she needs hurt comfort fix to live. Fuck. Yeah. That is truly the most important medicine ever. I feel that. The compound was lively with bustling, happy voices. The topic of discussion, of course, was the return of Isami Kondo, the Shinsengumi's beloved chief. He scanned the men in front of him, eyes crinkling as he gave a nostalgic smile. Lines of worry furrowed on Saito's tired face, but Kondo answered with a smile.
まだ本調子とは言い難いが、それでもだいぶ回復してきているよ。なんなら試しに稽古でもしてみるかね。俺としても久々に体を動かしたいからな。
ダメです、局長。松本先生に無茶するなと言われたばかりのはずです。
Oh, yes, the other pages that I totally forgot existed.
だが、ちょっとぐらい。
そう局長が言い始めたら、何が何でも止めろって松本先生から言われてるんですよ。
That middle guy looks like he had his face mirrored. It does, yeah, he's like front facing. Very symmetrical. Front facing Nomura isn't real. He can't hurt you. Front facing Nomura. Everyone in the room smiled in response to Kondo's playful pouting, myself included. The Shinsengumi was fully assembled again. Shinsengumi, assemble! It was the promise of hope in a despairing time, and luckily, I wasn't the only one who'd noticed. From the corner of my eye, I watched Yamazaki leaning against the wall with a slight, joyous smile. Isn't it great, Yamazaki? Kondo is finally back.
ああ、やはり局長がいるだけでタイの雰囲気は全く違ってくる。
It's like when Big Boss comes back to Mother Base.
だからこそ我々新選組は局長を守らなければならないんだ。この身を張ってでも。
Yeah, you better keep him safe. He didn't regret choosing this path. That was the hidden implication in his statement. I smiled with him as we watched the captains chatter.
さて、そろそろいい頃合いだな。近藤さん、本題に入ろう。
おお、そうだったな。それでは改めて聞いてくれ。俺の復帰を祝ってくれるのも嬉しいが、実はもう一つ朗報があってだな。
The music doesn't say otherwise. Or the music says otherwise. Oh, the double nega is what reminded me. Like, Bodhi was telling us about this story about from back when he was a bartender. There was like this veteran, and he was like, I think I forgot the actual statement, but like he did like a quadruple negative. He was like, I never fought for my country or something. And basically he was trying to say that, you know, he fights for his country, whatever. And the name of this guy was fucking Argyle? Who the fuck names their kid Argyle? But yeah, Bodhi was just like, man, this guy's a genius. He's... Like, it's hard to pull off, like, quadruple negatives or whatever. It was a lot. Shimada was the first one to speak, prompting Kondo's face to fall.
皆が身をもって知った通り、我々新選組は苦い敗北を経験した。新政府軍の連中はこちらを破ったことでますます勢いづき、江戸へと向かってきているらしい。そこで我々はこれより甲府へ向かい、賊軍を迎え撃つ運びとなった。それに伴い、新選組は紅葉鎮部隊と改める。
It's not the same.
甲府で敵を迎え撃つとなると、おそらくは甲府城になりますね。ああ、甲府城に入り、少数の手勢で敵と渡り合う算段だな。
ですが、農場にも最低限の兵力は必要です。負傷者が多い現状では手が足りるかどうか。
With Kondo's sudden order came the influx of questions. Nonetheless, Kondo answered them all patiently.
いやあ、案ずることはないぞ。幕府からは大量に資金や武器弾薬が支給される手はずとなっている。それに甲府城を確保した暁には、なんと我々に10万石をくださるそうだ。
Wow, that's a lot of money.
10万
the way he said that reminds me of Koichi in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. 50万!
10万
Oh man.
10万石といえば大大名だぞ。
それはあれだ。つまり局長は白持ちの大名ってことになるのか。
You know what? He got loud. I'll drink for that. Oh, that guy on the left. He's voiced by Yuki Kaji. There's another character in there's a character in Psyche K that's also voiced by him, and his fucking name is Akechi, and like he has this like weird bowl cut with like the asymmetrical bangs, like they look like they were like poorly cut, and he talks so much that like the dialogue boxes just like overlap each other in the show, but he suspects. Or, like, he's on to Psyche for being psychic, because, like, they actually met when they were in elementary school. And, like, he remembered Psyche using, like, psychic powers, but he wasn't too sure if that was actually a thing. So, like, he moved to the school just to, like, find out if Psyche's psychic. But, yeah, the guy, he's deranged. He's the Lulu.
うまくいけばの話だな。
たちは殿様の家臣ってことだよな。来てよかった。
The Shinsengumi had always aspired to become full-fledged warriors, and now their chief had even risen to the rank of daimyo. I know that was. Let me hear it again. Hold on. That was too good. Okay. All of us who knew of Kondo's dreams broke into uproarious applause. The celebrations following Kondo's announcement carried on for some time. Afterwards, the meeting ended, and most of the men filed out of the room in positive spirits. The Shinsengumi captain stayed behind, however, discussing the night's events with both Sannan and Heisuke included. Sometimes you hear a voice actor make a noise and you have no idea how they made that sound. Like, for real! How do they do it? It's impressive. You're starting to get used to hearing Japanese voice actors say, Naruhodo. Ah, yes, I see. No, yeah, I know what you're saying. Anime, like in anime, people do tend to say that a lot too.
好雰囲気は体のいい厄介払い。つまりはそういうことだろう。
お前らの懸念ももっともだ。実際、徹底抗戦を叫んでる俺たちを遠ざけておきたいってのはあるだろう。
That Akachi has a yee-ass haircut. Exactly! Like, he reminds me of, I think her name was Yelena or something in Attack on Titan. And she's got a weird hairstyle too, it's just his hair looks messier. And his eyes always look so blank too.
とはいえ、今の俺たちには、甲府行きをやめるという選択肢はない。
つまり、あえて思惑に乗るというのですか?
Yelena with the meme face. Yeah, the one the one we have on the Discord server where she's looking at the phone. Yeah.
奴らの思惑がどうあろうと、これは甲府城を手に入れる千載一遇の機会だ。あの城にこもって戦えば、敵の数が多かろうが勝機は出てくる。そして、その戦で勝利を収めりゃ。
Why did she make that face? I think it had something to do with, like, maybe people escaping, because, like, or, I don't remember, like, just some kind of, like, displeased reaction, because, like, there's some point, or, like, okay, Attack on Titan spoilers for, like, I think it's, like, the season 4, whatever, the last season, but they have our main cast, like, as hostages, because, like, she's trying, shit, actually, what was the plot? Like, I think they wanted to take over the walled cities or something like that, so that they could be on Eren's side, like, because that was when he started rebelling and shit. And she's like, I support him. I think, I don't know. It's been so long since I watched, so I might be telling it wrong, but that's what I remember. Like, something went wrong, and that's why she made the face. The captains shot each other looks as Hijikata explained his vision. After all, it was assuming everything went exactly as planned. There was no guarantee it would, though. You get it, sorta? Yeah, just, like, long story short, some shit happened. And she hears the news and it's like, ugh! But...
逆転の目があるとすればそれしかない。敗北に次ぐ敗北で幕府の重鎮には諦めが漂っています。だが一度でいい。ここで我々が一度勝利しておけばまだ戦えるとの何よりの証明となるはず。
Yeah, you tell him, Yamazaki. Because Yamazaki contributing to discussion was such a rarity, everyone in the room fell silent. Man, for real, yeah. Surely this route will be the one where the Shinsengumi win. Yeah, see, Yamazaki's the real brains here. He's spitting bars. Facts. All of them nodded their agreement.
10万石に目がくらんでるだけなら反対だったんだろうな。
そこまで考えてるならその賭けに乗ってやるのも悪くねえな。
俺も異論はない。戦況を変える他に手はないだろうからな。
それではこちらも羅刹隊の準備を整えましょう。
Around the room, some were in strong agreement. Others remained quiet, but nodded firmly. Their collective murmurs hummed as Sannan curled his lips into a satisfied grin. Before Sannan could exit the room, however, Hijikata shook his head. Oh, of course.
待ってくれ、三男さん。羅刹隊は江戸に残す。
なぜです。徹底的な勝利が求められる状況では我々ほどの適任はいないと思います。
別に羅刹隊の力を疑ってるわけじゃねえ。ただ、昼に行動できねえ羅刹は公民には不向きだ。
Curled his lips sounds funny if you stop to think about it. Doesn't it? Like when it's hard when you have to write cuz like you don't want to like repeat the same terminology and shit, but at the same time you come up with shit like curled his lips and you know cuz it's just like some fancy way of describing shit that happens and it sounds kind of weird.
そりゃみんなと足並み揃えるってわけにはいかねえけど。
それに新規の大使を補充すりゃどうしたって羅刹の存在が漏れちまう可能性は。
Excuse me. Well, he does have a point.
だから今回羅刹隊は残しているか。三男さんならわかるだろう。
Hijikata's expression was unwavering. Sannan glared, seeming as if he was about to retort, but there's that naruhodo.
やはり我々は歴史の表舞台に立つ資格はないということですか。
Sannan's face warped with sadness, and he stormed out of the room. Womp womp. The conversation amongst the captains, Hijikata and Kondo, carried on for just a little longer. But that's a drink for the amongst, I'll count that. Swear these fairies don't actually improve the fighting chances of the Shinsengumi. Yeah, right? They're just kind of there. The hour was fast approaching midnight, and everyone bid farewell before retiring to their rooms. As the night wore on, the only ones remaining were Hijikata, Heisuke, Yamazaki, and myself. It's gotten so late. Where did the time go?
俺と東堂さんはともかく、副長や雪村君はそろそろ休まねば明日に差し支えるのでは。
このくらいどうってことねえ。それより平助、お前に頼みがある。
なんだよ急に。
さっき言った通り、今回の甲府域に羅刹隊は置いていく。その際、残していく羅刹隊の様子を見といてもらいたい。
それは三男さんを見張れってことか。
ああ、さっきもそうだが、最近の三男さんは気がせいてる。
Sannan sus! Heisuke's expression hardened, and he nodded curtly.
わかった。近頃の三男さん、妙に外で動きたがって変だったんだよな。
では、俺も東堂さんに協力して羅刹隊を監視すればよろしいですか。
いや、悪いが山崎には 情報収集のために無理を押して甲府に同行してもらう。新八や原田が言ってた通り、幕府が俺たちに城を与えるなんざ罠があるとしか思えねえ。
But Yamazaki can't be in the sunlight for long.
心配は無用だ。羅刹といっても日の光に耐えられないことはない。
すまねえな。
With Heisuke ordered to watch after the Fury Corps, and Yamazaki joining the Koyo Regulatory Company, that left me as the only one without instructions. Hijikata then turned to face me. Time for my instructions.
で、雪村。
So
お
close.
前の扱いについてだが。
May I accompany you to Kofu so I can be with my boyfriend? I'm pretty sure that's what I gotta say. Let's see. Please wait. I have a favor to ask of you. I spoke up before he could finish his thought. I knew full well where I stood. I was unable to fight, which meant I had no place on the battlefield. But even so, remaining silent was equally out of the question. Please allow me to accompany you to Kofu.
ダメだ。お前もこの間見ただろ。
Wait, is this the right choice? Let me make sure. Or maybe Yamazaki will stand up for me. No, let me check.
その覚悟があるやつだけがいる場所だ。
Okay, yeah, that was right.
間違ってもただの町娘だったお前がいていい場所じゃ。
Oh, I'm not normal? Hijikata's eyes narrowed as he spoke, and it felt like he was trying to remind me of what I'd seen. In fact, my hands began trembling uncontrollably as the Battle of Toba Fushimi replayed in my head. I never wanted to experience that horror again. But even so, beyond my fear of death and my trepidation to witness suffering beyond my imagination, there was something more pertinent pulling me to Kofu. It was... Still, I want to go. There's someone I'm worried about. Oh, have my feelings gotten through to him? Yeah, there we go. Yamazaki darted his eyes towards me, timidly clearing his throat before facing Hijikata.
副長、東堂さん、俺からも一つ言わせてください。俺はこたびの戦に雪村君を連れて行くべきだと思います。
Ah, worried. Maybe I'll become Maguka. I mean Fury. Yeah.
山崎君本気で言ってんの？こいつは戦えねえんだぞ。
Yeah, everyone knows he can't. Oh, hold on. That's the thing. Hold on. Where's my sound bit? That will be a drink, BT dubs. Here we... Oh, wait. Hold on. There we go.
Seriously?
Okay.
戦いずつもできることはあります。刀を振るっての戦いが全てではない。以前、とある人が教えてくれた言葉です。
Gee! I wonder who told him that. Were those my words? As if he were reading my mind, Yamazaki looked at me out of the corner of his eye and gave a slight nod. Oh.
彼女の戦いは武士のものとは違う。負傷した者を救護し、癒し、守ること。
Smart.
事実。
Smooth.
鳥羽伏見の戦でも彼女の世話になった大使はかなりの数に上るはずです。だから副長、お願いします。どうか彼女も同行させてください。
Yes, please. I beg of you. I promise that I won't cause any trouble.
たく、頑固なところは誰に似たんだか。とはいえ、猫の手も借りてえのは確かだしな。
Same energy as when Ocelot said engravings give you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Exactly. It shows he cares. Hijikata heaved a giant sigh, evidently giving up, and nodded at me. Excuse me. I thought we were gonna hear a yes, thank you so much, but whatever. The meeting came to an end. As I stepped out of the warm room, I felt a rush of pleasantly cool air brush over me. Yeah, that that bot was indeed unauthorized. The unauthorized Republican. Man. These bot names. Or I don't know, I just remember that one bot that I checked that one time actually used, like, was a not a follower. Like an actual user. Like, they had stuff on their, like, videos posted on their account, and it's like, did they get hacked, or is it... Someone offered the suggestion that maybe they got banned and then taken over by a bot or something. They were hacked. But who knows? I headed back towards my bedroom. Right? Isn't it whack? It's like I uncovered some deep conspiracy there. Yamazaki had exited at the same time as me, and seeing him walk out towards the inner garden, I called out to him. That bot was made 3 days ago, though. Okay. Yeah, I just wonder how they come up with these usernames. Yamazaki, thank you for earlier. For helping me join the expedition to Kofu. I was sure you'd be against it. Yamazaki had always looked out for my safety. He did so even though I had thrust myself into countless near-death situations. Yamazaki's diligent protection was likely the reason why I had survived up till now. But one question lingered in the back of my mind. It was puzzling to think that he would not only allow, but support my heading to Kofu. It'd be funny if it were actually made by someone, but they got hacked within 3 days. Imagine. God, that'd be so dumb.
そうだな。今までの俺だったらきっといい顔はしなかっただろう。何を好き好んで君を危険な場所に連れて行かなければならないのかと。
Then why?
どこまでも一緒についてきてくれるんだろう。
A ray of moonlight glinted beautifully on Yamazaki's profile, revealing his gentle smile. Oh, our hands brushed against each other, as if confirming the meaning of those words. Ooh. I was unsure if he initiated the contact, or if I did, but he took the next step, interlocking his slender fingers into mine. Hands intertwined, we clearly felt each other's warmth. Oh, I love that hand-holding is their thing.
言うまでもないとは思うが、甲府での戦いは間違いなく激戦となる。だから、君は一人でも多くのものを救ってくれ。二度と表に出られなくなった俺の分まで。
I didn't want him to say such sad words, but I bit my tongue instead of saying it out loud. No matter how much I tried to deny it, his was an existence that shunned the light of day. Instead of focusing on the negative, however, I decided to offer a more comforting sentiment. I don't think that'll be the case forever, though. If humans can be turned into Furies, then maybe one day, Furies could eventually be turned back into humans.
そうか。ああ、そうだな。
He neither confirmed nor denied my suggestion. He merely smiled, albeit faintly. It was overwhelming, sad, and lonely. I squeezed his hand tightly, as if trying to hold on to his warmth. Hold on, overwhelming sad, I don't know. Maybe I'll just accept that. Chapter 2. March 1868. That is a drink. The winter snow had begun to melt. The Shinsengumi, now named the Koyo Regulatory Company, headed onwards to Kofu. However, disorder and oh shit! However, disorder and worry reigned among us! Oh shit. Oh my god. Yeah, that's definitely a drink. They said the thing. God, I hate that Among Us has been like the actual fucking phrase has been like ruined for everyone. If humans are turned into furies through the water of life, perhaps furies are turned into humans through the grimmest shake of death. Yes, definitely. Hey, Sinessus, what's up? How we doing today? We're doing a drinking game. Excuse me. So if you'd like to take part with an alcoholic beverage, or excuse me, a non-alcoholic beverage, you can click on this link, scroll down to the Hakuoki Chronicles of Wind and Blossom section, and we'll also let you know when to drink. Over half of the 200 soldiers had been hurriedly recruited and were unused to rigid military standards. But yeah, I'm definitely not ending anytime soon, but you did just miss the epic Among Us. These men, having joined out of an eagerness to fill their empty pockets with cash, lacked skill and morale. As long as we could get into the castle, then all we would need to do was hold it, so I suppose they would be enough. Nevertheless, I found it impossible to shake these worrisome thoughts as we traveled. Days had passed since we left Edo, and the Koyo Regulatory Company trudged along. As we kept on walking through the mountain trail, snow still lingering here and there. I'll count that as a loud. That's a drink. Oi! Oh, another drink! Oh damn, even he gets a new uniform? Damn. He's the first one we see with the new uniform. Man, I can't even remember if Nomura had like short hair in the first place. He just looks the same with clothes. I know, funny double drink. The drinks start coming and they don't stop coming. That's what I like to see. Oh, I don't mind at all, but when did all of you change uniforms? Alongside the change in name, the Shinsengumi underwent a major aesthetic change as well. Most of the Shinsengumi had changed their outfits to Western-style military outfits. From their coats to their shoes, their new uniforms were the complete opposite from their former Japanese-style garments. I could hardly recognize them at first. You too? Oh no, just adjusting to the sight. Everyone looks so different. Oh, he still gets to be ninja? True. In fact, I was asking Yamazaki earlier if he was going to change his uniform, but he said... Flashback. Okay, that is a good point. Damn. He seemed a little opposed to the idea. In all honesty, I was a little disappointed. Yeah, I wanted a makeover! I was convinced that Yamazaki would have looked incredibly handsome in it, given his slender figure. Ooh! Shimada must have caught on to my disappointment because he grinned playfully. Damn, this guy just fucking knows. Ooh, gladly. Me? Pick out his clothes? It had been quite some time since I paid attention to fashion, so my confidence was rather lacking. Shimada nudged me with his friendly smile, and I couldn't help but contemplate to myself. What sorts of clothes did men look best in? Hey, Soma? Nomura? If someone were to pick out your clothes for you, what do you think you'd want?
そうですね。やはり機能性を重視したものがいいかと。
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, right?
ですが、蜂金や銅、鎖片びらがなくても平気。
Oh my god, this fucking fool. No, not armor.
俺はもちろんかっこよくて強そうなやつ。すげえ派手で
Bruh.
敵がビビるような。
They think I'm talking like uniform shit. I like how he's like, "Soryo."
俺はもちろん
Soryo.
強そうなやつ。すげえ派手で敵がビビるような。
This fucking dude. Neither of their opinions were helpful.
随分と楽しそうだな。
Oh, Saito. I apologize if we were being too loud.
いや、構わん。適度な緊張感は必要だが、ただ張り詰めていればいいというものではない。だが騒ぐのはここまでだな。そろそろ石膏に出ている山崎が戻ってくる頃だ。
I gulped, imagining how awkward it would have been had Yamazaki overheard our conversation. But so just then, the subject of our conversation appeared from a side trail. Hello, Yamazaki. How'd everything go? Yamazaki?
どうした？何かあったのか？
悪い知らせです。
Ruh-roh. Everyone immediately froze. Yamazaki kept his expression neutral as he delivered his news in a hushed tone.
我らが目指す甲府城はすでに新政府軍の手に落ちています。
Yeah! Right? Damn. The word spread through our ranks like wildfire. The captains attempted to maintain order despite the demoralizing revelation, but it was to no avail. Oof, for real, man. Information discussed by the company's war council must have been leaked. The Imperial Army was already at Kofu Castle. With our original plan out the window, we were forced to lay siege to a fully armed castle. New recruits who had only joined for the money caught wind of this news and fled, one by one. I can't blame them. Kondo had been in his hometown visiting acquaintances. By the time he had been notified, over half of his men had deserted. Our standing army, which was measly from the outset, dwindled to a shadow of its former self. As things stood, taking the castle seemed all the more insurmountable.
城に入れなかった以上、城攻めを仕掛けたところで勝ち目は薄い。江戸に増援を頼みに行ってくる。うまく引き込めば勝機はあるはずだ。
Hijikata announced his intention to leave to gather in... Hold on. I can't read. Let me start that over. Hijikata announced his intention to leave to gather reinforcements. Yamazaki and I saw Hijikata off after he'd packed his belongings. Did I see the headline that a meeting where Zuckerberg said everything I say gets leaked was leaked? The irony! Oh, that's so fucking funny. Do you plan on traveling to Edo alone? At the very least, you should have a bodyguard with you.
今は大使も馬の数も足りてねえんだよ。心配すんな。できるだけ早く戻る。
Oh, I sure hope so.
俺が増援を呼んでくるまで絶対に戦を始めないよう徹底させる。
Within a day or two, this thing was leaked. That's fucking wow.
承知しました。ただ、こちらを少数と見て取った場合、敵方から来る可能性は捨てきれません。
Hijikata's eyes narrowed. Behind them, I saw the glint of a frigid, purposeful anger.
その時、近藤さんを守って江戸へ引き、何を置いてもだ。
What? I remembered what Hijikata had told us during Toba Fushimi. He ordered Yamazaki not to fight, even with all of our comrades also fighting for their lives. Hijikata should have known then, and even now, how much Yamazaki was hurt by his insistence. Are you actually asking Yamazaki to abandon his allies if push comes to shove?
見捨てるわけじゃねえ。近藤さんを生かすことを優先しろ。
Why? Yamazaki had always acted in exact accordance with the orders Hijikata had given him. Hijikata should have known there was no need to hammer in the fact that he'd be leaving his comrades to die. Hijikata, however, hardened his expression, glancing upwards at the sky.
どれだけ罵られよう仲間を切り捨てようが新鮮恨んでくれて構わねえぞ山崎
いいえ、俺も以前言ったはずです。大将はたとえ他の大使を盾にしても生きて隊を率いなければならない。
To the point where he sacrificed his own humanity. That is true.
区長、あなたが新選組を守るため鬼になるというならば、俺は新選組の影となります。俺はもう挫折と化したんだ。今後自身の名が歴史に刻まれずとも我々が生きた新選組の名を残すためにこの命を賭して戦い抜く覚悟があります。
You ever think how pointless it is? How much does it really matter if it's the shogunate in power or the Imperials? Yeah, right? And in the end, the shogunate just loses anyways. That's just a canon event. But yeah, I know, like the different like factions. It's like, ooh, who has more power? It is pretty dumb if you think about it. Yamazaki.
すまないな、雪村君。共に歩むと言ってくれた君には辛い道を歩ませることになってしまう。
Damn, bro. No, it's alright. You should do what you feel is best, Yamazaki. The two of us nodded, exchanging our unspoken sentiments before turning back to Hijikata.
副長、命令受けたまわりました。必ずや局長を守り抜きます。すまねえ、山崎、雪村。
You can't with the serious tone of the scene and then there's the face cam. I know, right? It's time to play the game! Oh, love that guy. Unfortunately, all was as Hijikata had foretold. It felt like a cruel joke. The day following Hijikata's departure, the sound of the first gunshot echoed in the battlefield, and we have this epic music. This totally sounds like something that would be in Devil May Cry. Excuse me. The offender was a recent recruit of ours, who pulled the trigger haphazardly. What a fucking doofus. Womp womp. And just like in the Battle of Toba Fushimi, all it took was an accidental gunshot to incite a horrific bloodbath. The battle had begun. The Shinsengumi men were thrust into chaos, knowingly facing an opponent who they had no chance against. God, that is so fucking dumb. The forest itself was bristling with cannons, and the area was filled with the acrid stench of gunpowder. It wasn't long before Katsunuma became a land of ash and blood.
戦況はどうなっている？敵の数は圧倒的です。幹部の方々が前線で指揮をして必死に敵を食い止めていますが、それも時間の問題かと。都市がせっかく忠告してくれていたというのに、統率すら取れんとは何たるざまだ。
From Yamazaki's assessment, the Imperial Army had seized total control of Kofu Castle. No matter how hard we fought, the outcome was already set in stone. Saito and Nagakura, from what we'd heard, were fighting tooth and nail, but every other report making its way back to our home base carried devastating news.
局長、やばいですよ。右翼が破られて敵兵がこちらに向かってきます。
The way they just, like, asterisk the grunts and stuff.
総員、射撃用意。一斉射した後、切り込むぞ。
You know what? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's allowed. That's allowed, line. I'll take a drink for that. Kondo, no! If the Imperials are armed with rifles, then sending our men with swords won't do anything. Please, we must retreat.
しかし、
Kondo was already trying to charge into battle, sword in hand, and I tried desperately to stop him. Hey, Yamazaki! Yamazaki's eyes narrowed as he took a step forward.
敵の数迫ってきてるのは多分20ぐらいかと。俺が奴らを倒す。相馬くんと野村くんは局長を護衛して。
Oh, that's right. You are invincible. Don't tell me you plan on going alone.
誰かのしんがりを務めない限り追いつかれるのは時間の問題だ。日が落ちているはず。
Damn, Yamazaki just stepped way back from the mic. After leaving us with a curt nod, Yamazaki leapt up a nearby tree trunk, dashing up into adjacent branches and disappearing into the dense wooded forest. You are dead! I know, I was about to make that joke too. Wait, oh shit, when's the next Invincible season? Oh, I'm so excited. Or like, not next season, but you know, the latter half of the season, because they were separating the episodes. For a brief moment, I gaped in awe. Then I snapped out of it, facing Kondo again. Soma, Nomura, please take the chief out of here while you still can.
そりゃいいけどよ。雪村先輩はどうすんだ?
I'm staying behind to watch over Yamazaki, and then I'll catch up with the rest of you. Excuse me. Please, there's no time. Hurry! I saw them off, making sure they were out of sight. I hid in the undergrowth to watch out for the enemy advance. I'll count that as a loud line too. I'll take a drink. They advanced slowly but surely. They were coming closer, picking up the pace. Where was Yamazaki? Most likely he was hidden somewhere up in the tree canopy. Just then... Oh, Conehead. Oh shit! Well, Yukimura wasn't in immediate danger, so I don't think that's a prompt. Let me see. Yeah, it has to be Yukimura. Let's see. Or hold on. Or no! Yeah, he was killed by irony, right? Or okay, we can take a drink for that. Yamazaki has been lurking unseen in the shadows. That's definitely a drink. The Imperial soldier's sentence was punctuated by a gurgling cry. A strong breeze came from the east, and with it, the soldier's head went flying high into the air. Looking forward to two. Yeah, right? It's gonna be awesome. Me too, bud. The soldier all the way in the back collapsed, blood spurting from a slit across his neck. Yamazaki's on fire! Guess the war was more or less tradition versus modernization. That is true, yeah. Grrr!
何者だ。姿を見せるとは卑怯だぞ。卑怯だと。貴様らがそれを言うのか。こちらの手も届かぬ場所から笑って俺の仲間を殺してきた貴様らが。
Yamazaki's voice mingled with the sound of the wind. I was likely the only one who could see him, watching from so far away. Yeah, unfortunately, modernization has guns. You can't really fight that with swords, some shit. Yamazaki's eyes glowed crimson as he sat perched on a branch above the soldiers. The sight sent chills crawling down my spine. Yamazaki was one with the darkness as he stabbed their hearts, slashed their necks, and cut off their heads. They died without ever having the chance to fight back. Every time Yamazaki rushed through them, he was followed by a ribbon of cascading blood. I stared in horror at the way he fought. He's ruthless. Wait, that's a Shinsengumi? Suddenly, a Shinsengumi warrior emerged from a side path and collapsed on the ground in front of me. Can you hear me? I'm an ally. I'm here to help. Can you recognize me? Number 15. Crawling down Yukimura's spine. Ruh-roh. Oh no. You're badly injured. We need to get you to safety. Yamazaki! Huh? Oh, that's a drink. Kill! Yamazaki really said. Yamazaki didn't even bother to turn and face me while he spoke. He fixed his hateful glare upon his enemies, mouth twisted in a snarl, which prompted me to say, save this man's life. I'm pretty sure that's what we have to choose, right? Oh, this is the 100 save. Woo! Let me see. What? Are you serious? Excuse me. Whoops. Wrong button. No, you're wrong. Killing people should only serve as a means to protect the people you care about. I yelled so hard. Excuse me, I thought my throat would tear. I took myself by surprise, never having thought myself capable of yelling as loudly as I did. No matter how many men you kill, if you aren't able to keep your allies safe, then it's all for nothing. Yamazaki, what are you fighting for? Yeah, there we go. I'm pretty sure that was the right one anyways. Or I was pretty sure. I was in tears. In the past, Yamazaki had always been the first person to express concern for his injured comrades. He'd had such a caring heart, and now he was going against everything he believed in. It made me so sad, so frustrated, and I desperately wanted to get through to him. What am I fighting for? Yamazaki's eyes dropped down to his blood-stained hands, and slowly the madness within them dissipated. His moment of clarity was short-lived. Yamazaki leapt back into the group of Imperial soldiers and blood rained down once more. His uniform was drenched in fresh blood, making me realize nothing I said could ever get through to him. Damn. As he promised, however, Yamazaki made quick work out of the Imperials. In spite of my best efforts, the Shinsengumi warrior succumbed to his wounds. I could only watch as the light faded from his eyes. Damn. Rest in peace. By the time I looked up, I was surrounded by corpses. Ripped throats, decapitated heads, chests gaping open. The one who was responsible was a fury standing in a sea of blood. Oh, he cray-cray. Oh, shit. He had torn his mask off his face, his mouth warped into a mockery of a smile. Ruh-roh. He didn't even seem disturbed by all the blood on him. On the contrary, he seemed to be enjoying it. You know what? This counts as Fury Bloodlust, right? Yeah, that's a drink. Yamazaki, they're all... Bro is brutal. Stop it!
なぜ邪魔をする雪村か。そいつらは敵だ。新選組の敵だぞ。
I've spent 4 years with the Shinsengumi. I won't judge you for killing during battle. This is war. People are going to die. I understand that perfectly well. But to show no mercy as you slaughter helpless men? That's just...
俺は皇子の憂いを断とうとしただけだ。ここで生かして返せばこいつらはいずれまた敵として現れる。
But...
黙れ!
Bro. Bro! Huh? Bro, what are you doing? Oh my god. Oh no, hell nah. Damn, he's pushing it. Yamazaki's cold blade grazed the underside of my chin, still smeared with blood from the lives he just taken. Damn. Now you really Sosumu. God damn. He was going mad from the blood misting in the air. Yamazaki. Yeah, right, that's me right now. What the fuck, Yamazaki?
No!
Bro. He needs that Yamazaza. Something sinister lurked behind his ravenous eyes. It was animalistic. Yamazaki, the one I knew and adored, was slipping away from me. There's blood all around you, bro. But I'm pretty sure we have to give him blood. Let me just, Here. I'm gonna write over the first save over here. Or actually, not the first save. Not necessarily. We should save over, We'll save over this one for, yeah, because that's, like, starting with Haruda. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we give him blood. Give him blood! I could bear it no longer. Save 4. Oh, shit! Oh my god, I didn't even notice. Damn. But, yeah, no, I was supposed to give him blood. With gritted teeth, I reached out and slid the sharp edge across the back of my hand. An audible gulp came from Yamazaki's throat. Holy shit, dude, his voice went high-pitched, what? Oh, more diddle. Did they just use the same they just changed the background, that's it! He grabbed my arm and wrapped his mouth around the wound. Yeah, that's totally the same fucking drawing. Remember, if your bloodthirsty boyfriend threatens you, give him your blood. Of course, that's what you do, naturally. He grabbed my arm and wrapped his mouth around the wound. His tongue dug into my cut, painfully widening it. It is the same fucking drawing, I knew it! It's fucking ridiculous. They got lazy. But with my blood, Yamazaki's suffering would ease, and that was enough for me to persevere. Yeesh, right? I was helping him. He was drinking from me, instead of the nameless strangers he just slaughtered. I was terrified at myself for being reassured by this fact. Bro. After what felt like an eternity, at last, Yamazaki regained his sanity. His sword slipped from his fingers, and his voice trembled. Well, okay, technically he didn't hurt me, but damn, dude, those words cut deep.
結果はこのざまだ。抑えがたい知恵の衝動。止められない戦いの中の陶酔感。
It's weird when a Shinsengumi who isn't Okita threatens to kill Yukimura. Yeah, right? Especially Yamazaki, like he's the chill, the quiet one. He's very, like, he's very caring, but then fucking this happens, and it's like, whoa. What the Ochimizu does to a motherfucker.
ようやく風間の言っていたことが分かったよ。火を射り、血をすする化け物と化す。人として生きられない。人として死ねる。
Oh.
人としての幸せはつゆと消える。これが羅刹になるということか。人間ではないということか。
In order to comfort him, I said, nothing can change who you are. I think that's what we have to say. Let's see. Oops. Nothing can change who you are. Ah, there. Let's go with this one. This is your brain. This is your brain on Ochimizu. Yeah, the fucking boiling egg. The frying egg. The cooked. Excuse me. Yes. Like it or not, you're a fury now. When you're hurt, your flesh will heal. You've become a white-haired creature with a taste for human blood. That's a drink. That being said, you and I are alike. My body regenerates itself too. I'm not human either. There we go, yeah, see? We're the same! Kind of. I had no desire to drink human blood, but I meant every word that I said, and with a smile, I took Yamazaki's hand and pressed it gently against my cheek. I see Kyler's playing Hyrule Warriors. Man, I feel bad, because, like, so we were watching, Video Game Donkey, like, play games and stuff, and he was playing Dynasty Warriors. I like calling Dynasty Warriors the Nasty Warriors, because of some post. But, yeah, like, I remember the post was, like, this dude was, like, asking, this GameStop worker for the Nasty Warriors, and it took a while for the employee to understand what he meant. But, anyways... So Kyler was telling me about Hyrule Warriors, which is kind of like Dynasty Warriors, but, you know, with Legend of Zelda characters instead. And he was going to show me, like, cause, like, the one that, I guess, so there's two Hyrule Warriors. I knew about the second one, the one that had, like, the champions from Breath of the Wild. But there was another one that had, like, characters from previous games and stuff. Like, they had, like, Majora's Mask stuff, Link to the Past. And I guess, like, in adventure mode, there were maps, but there were, like, separate tiles, like, on the map. Like, maybe, like, each tile would be, like, a whole different battle. So he was saying that, you know, it was almost impossible to finish the game because there were so many fucking battles to do. And he was trying to show me, and then, like, all of his progress was lost. And it's like, oh shit. But it turned out that the reason why he didn't have all, like, that progress that he thought he had was because he had the Wii U version originally, and he gave that to a friend. So he doesn't have that anymore, and I guess like maybe he got a different version of Hyrule Warriors. So he was like, I'm gonna be playing this at work now. So yeah, I just see that there and I'm like, aw. But god, it sucks when you lose so much progress. Like, especially, like, if you unlock so many weapons and shit. Man. But I salute him. I hope he gets it. He's, like, playing it at work right now. But with how quickly he goes through games, I don't doubt that he'll get to it pretty quickly. Oh, Wii U, right? I meant every word that I said, and with a smile, I took Yamazaki's hand and pressed it gently against my cheek. Oh, Wii U, I look just like Buddy Holly. Oh, okay, now I see what you're doing now. Yamazaki, you're warm, and so am I. Whether you're a fury or a human, whether I'm a demon, we're alive, all the same. Yamazaki stared at the ground, speechless. I decided to give him a moment of reprieve. In this moment, perhaps he didn't need words of comfort. Oh, and you're Mary Kyler Moore. +2. I like that. I glanced at the darkening sky, collecting my thoughts. Had Kondo been able to escape safely? Saito, Harada, Nagakura, Shimada, excuse me, all of the men who were willing to give their lives so that we could protect Kondo, were they alive? Yamazaki, let's go. We need to meet up with the rest of the Shinsengumi. We picked ourselves back up, about to head out, when all of a sudden, about to head out? What's going on? Oh shit, these two.
随分とひどい顔ですね。まるで悪鬼のようだ。
The underbrush rustled as two figures strolled towards us from the shadows, staring us down. I was swept with déjà vu, being taken back to the day that Yamazaki had consumed the water of life.
こんなところで出くわすとは。こいつらとはつくづく悪縁があるようだ。なぜ貴様らがここにいる？勝長の戦に参戦していたのか？
いいえ。今回はあなた方と直接矛を交えてはいません。
Deja vu? I've just been in this place before. Yup.
ですが、先ほどの戦いぶりはしっかりと
Well, they've been watching. Hold on. So the shadows. Okay, that's only Saito or Yamazaki if they just kind of come out of nowhere. All right.
山崎と言った。どうも俺の見込み違いだったよ。ここまで羅刹に応じてはもはや哀れみすら感じる。
He intended to attack. As Kazama drew his sword and took his stance, Yamazaki responded in kind. Yamazaki stood no chance against them alone. I had to find a way to stall them. Just as the thought crossed my mind, Amagiri brusquely came in between them. Oh! Yup, that's a drink because he interrupted and stopped the fight.
殺気が溢れていますよ、風間。彼らを殺すつもりですか？
構うことはない。雪村の娘はともかく、この男が死んだところで。
我々の目的を忘れたのですか？
He's putting his sword away?
どういうつもりだ？俺はどちらが相手でも構わんが。
ではお言葉に甘えて私がお相手いたしましょう。
Bro?
かかってきなさい。新選組観察型山崎進。
後悔するなよ、天桐球児。
When Amagiri stops a fight, he must get a boner, right? Totally loves doing that. Victory went to the warrior who struck first. And, without breaking a sweat, Yamazaki threw his kunai, which Amagiri effortlessly deflected. Amagiri wearing pantyhose on the arms. Doesn't it look like it? Yeah! Before Amagiri could catch his breath, however, Yamazaki had already surged in close.
人間にしてはいい動きですが、それでは私には届きません。
Yamazaki aimed a flurry of blows, trying to strike his opponent's vital points, yet Amagiri parried every attack. Amagiri anticipated the path of every swing and was adept enough to block the sword with his bare hands. He had beaten Saito and Heisuke before, which made him one of the Shinsengumi's most formidable enemies. Parry! Parry! Thrust. Yeah. Oh no! Not again! Yes. Yes, good. I love the build up. No, I'm not gonna be stuck here again. Yamazaki leaned forward, prepared to lunge, pupils dilating. He launched himself, disappearing into thin air. It was impossible for me to track his movements with the naked eye. Hold on, maybe I'll... one more time so I can isolate it at least. I'm fucking dead. All I could follow was the whistle of the wind against the tree branches as he passed over them. Chi! Ooh. Yamazaki showed no signs of faltering, switching his sword into a backhanded grip and driving it into Amagiri's shoulder. CQC.
天霧に一撃を入れるとはな。以前よりもさらに早く。
Yeah, see, he's got skills.
警戒はしていたつもりですが、予想のさらに上を行くとは。
早い! Incredibly, Yamazaki was pushing Amagiri back. As Amagiri's fist cut through the air like a hawk, Yamazaki responded with a well-timed slash. As Kazama had pointed out in the past, however, his heightened speed was a double-edged sword. Yamazaki's life was diminishing in compensation for his overwhelming speed. Typical human joints and muscles would have already been ripped apart by the sheer velocity of Yamazaki's movements. What? Excuse me? See, I don't understand the translations here. Sometimes it's like they type out what they're like the grunts and shit, like the ch or this ke. And then other times it's like, you know, the asterisk grunt. What the fuck kind of translation is ke? God damn. Sussy.
貴様が頭を下げるのならば手を貸してやらんこともない。
冗談が過ぎますよ、風間。
Amagiri's mouth twisted as he wiped the blood away, quickly raising his guard again as he got into stance.
羅刹の力をこうも使いこなすとは。これなら先人の体が全滅したのもうなずけます。
当然だ。今の俺ならばあの程度物の数では。
勘違いしているようですが、今のは褒め言葉ではありません。この力で人間相手に勝ち誇るあなたをとても残念に思っています。
Once more, Yamazaki put the full weight of his body behind his attack, but Amagiri didn't even try to block. His icy tone conveyed the depth of his pity.
そもそもこれだけの力に代償がないとで。
That much we know. Every Fury eventually develops a craving for blood.
だからそれだけではないと言っているんです。羅刹がいくら人外の化け物と言っても、傷の治癒も凄まじい怪力も、それ自体は人間の持つ能力の延長に過ぎません。
Damn, we can oh wait, no, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean we can regenerate? Yeah, our cuts heal up.
例えば傷の治癒ならば、人間の体が数年かけて引き起こす自己治癒力を数秒、数十秒に縮めただけ。ですが、 それだけの急激な代謝を体の中で繰り返せば人間の体はどうなると思いますか？
Anxiety began festering in the pit of my stomach. I wanted to cover my ears. I wanted to pretend I hadn't heard him. And yet, Amagiri kept on revealing the harsh, terrifying truth.
そう。羅刹の力の源は人の持つ生命力。別の言い方をすれば寿命。
Yeah, man, earlier I was like saying, haha, I should drink for anxiety, but I forgot that's only metaphor.
当然、力を使うほど寿命は削れ、最後は灰と化して散るのみです。
Reduced to ash. No!
ふざけるな！そんなことが信じられるか！お前が今告げたことが厄介な羅刹の力を使わせまいという罠でないとは言い切れまい。
信じてもらえませんか？では証明してみせましょう。私があなたを圧倒すればそんな罠など張る必要すらないという何よりの証明でしょう。
Yamazaki dashed forward at lightning speed. Urgency fueled his movements, as if he was trying to cast away the doubts Amagiri had planted in his mind. My eyes darted towards Amagiri. He protected his face and neck, but aside from that, he allowed Yamazaki's flurry of slashes to fall upon him. A fountain of blood flowed from his body. What do you think happens when the human body is forced to use those regenerative powers? You get better at it? No. Yeah, right. Oh, suddenly Amagiri's hair turned stark white, and then... Oh, you know what? We've never seen him with the demon horns. Interesting, we get to see it here. We'll have to drink for the white. The tip of Yamazaki's blade was aimed directly at Amagiri's heart. His opportunity to strike was cut short, however. Oh no! With the slight flick of his wrist, Amagiri disarmed Yamazaki, knocking him on his back. Look at the flick of the wrist! Did his ears turn pointy too? Oh, well now we're not gonna know, but, maybe? What? How? How could he see it coming? No, his ears are normal, round. Okay, yeah, I didn't notice them turn pointy.
いくら早くとも本当の鬼の力を解放した我々にとって難しいことではありません。
You never see it coming. Amagiri approached Yamazaki slowly. Don't you dare touch him! I aimed my kodachi at Amagiri, sliding carefully towards Yamazaki. Or sidling carefully towards Yamazaki before helping him stand. Why did it zoom in over there, though? It can't end this way! It's only chapter 2, right? Just hold on.
下法の力を用いて勝ち起ころうと、いずれはより強い力でねじ伏せられる。見てみなさい。彼の体を。ボロボロではありませんか。
The longer I looked, the more I winced. Blood streamed from the gashes covering Yamazaki's mangled legs, exposing the muscles and tendons underneath his flesh. It was clear, though, that they weren't wounds from Amagiri, but were a result of overexertion from his use of fury powers. Yamazaki. I wrapped my arms around his blood-soaked body, whispering his name.
血に狂い、血に酔い、他人を殺し、自らをも傷つける。見ての通り、本来羅刹の力は 人のようにあっていい力ではありません。
I had no rebuttal. Yamazaki and Heisuke fought their hardest to retain their humanity, but not every Fury was as strong-willed as them. In this bitter war, they were merely pawns. But what if the war ended and the world was at peace? What purpose would these beings have? Would there even be a place for them?
そしてあなたにとっては
Got a point.
辛い報告となってしまいますが、あなたの父親雪村行動、彼はこの羅刹の力を日の本に巻こうとしています。
The ball, father! Fury Lowenthal. Imagine if you voiced one of these guys. My father is...
ええ、行動の計画が進めば、この地の人間は半数が羅刹。残りの半分は羅刹の食料として飼育されることになるでしょ
うね。奴は鬼の一族でありながら、まがいものの鬼を作り、越に言っている。鬼の一族を統べる者として決して許せん所業だ。
Even during my extended stay with the Shinsengumi, obtaining any information about father was next to impossible. Kazuma and Amagiri were the last people from whom I had expected to learn any sort of update.
彼は新政府に取り入り、各藩の庇護を受けているため、立場上私たちでは手を出すことができません。故に私たちはこの情報を新選組に伝え、彼らに対処を促すつもりです。
So your goal is asking the Shinsengumi to fight against my father's Fury army?
新選組はどのみちこのまま歴史の露と消えるのだ。ならば自分たちが関わった力の後始末ぐらいさせても構わない。
Kazuma smiled wryly before turning his back to us. Before Kazuma could walk away, however, an enraged voice called out to him, prompting him to stop. Yamazaki pulled himself to his feet. He spat out a mouthful of blood and stuck his sword into the ground to support his weight. The Shinsengumi are doomed to be relegated to the annals of history. Are you sure about that? Yeah.
歴史の露だ。このまま消える身だ。まだだ。新選組は終わっていない。今も戦い続けている。
気に障ったなら謝罪しましょう。ですが時間の問題なのは間違いない。残酷なようですが、あえてはっきりと言わせてもらいましょう。新選組は負ける。そして歴史の中に忘れ去られる存在だ。
Is that a heartbeat? This was the truth none of us had ever been willing to admit. Lost? Amagiri's startling admission shook me. On the other hand, Yamazaki nodded silently. No! We'll be remembered in Otome games! Oh yeah, the Shinsengumi will forever be remembered like this, yeah.
だが、だからこそあの人たちのことは最後まで武士として戦わさせてくれ。あの時も言ったはずだ。闇に手を染めるべき人間はここにいると。
あなたが行動と戦うと、たった一人でですか。 奴が抱えている羅刹は10や20ではありません。
He's not alone. This is my burden as well. If my father is responsible for this madness, then as his daughter, it's my duty to see that he's stopped.
分かっている。羅刹の元を断つということは、雪村光道を殺すことに他ならん。お前に父が殺せるのか。
Saying an army numbers in the dozens sounds kind of lame. Yeah, true.
俺がやる。今の言葉すべてを信じたわけではない。計りごとの可能性は否定できん。だがもし必要だというなら、その時は俺がやる。
いいだろう。どう転んでも我らに損はない。
光道は今も新政府軍の中で羅刹を生み出し続けています。そして新型羅刹の実験のために新たな戦場に向かうでしょう。
新選組の行く先と一致しているということ。
ええ。ではご分を祈ります。
With that, the two demons melted into the fog. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Just as quickly as they appeared, they vanished, as if the whole encounter was nothing but a dream. How nice it would have been if it was. However, looking at Yamazaki's tattered body and the sweat on my palms, I gathered that all of it was very, very real. If what Kazuma and Amagiri said were true, then we would have to fight against Father. The Imperial Army had swept through Kyoto and swiftly proceeded east through the Koshu Kaido. The Shinsengumi had rebranded itself as the Koyo Regulatory Company and headed out to subdue them. However, the Imperial Army occupied the castle first, and the Shinsengumi did not have the means to capture it. They were powerless in the face of the Imperial Army's might. Unless their incessant rain of cannon fire, or under their incessant rain of cannon fire, we could barely afford the time to retreat. During the retreat, Yamazaki and I were separated from everyone, and dragged our exhausted bodies back to Edo. Our return trip took several days, and by the end of it, my feet were aching and haggard. Man, she failed to mention that Kazuma and Namagiri showing up. Oh well.
申し訳ありません、副長。あれだけ言及されていたにもかかわらず、こちらから戦端を開かせてしまったわけか。逃げ帰るなど。
Excuse me.
敗戦の責任を問うなら、わざわざ増援を頼みに来たってのに、何一つ動かすことすらできなかったんだからな。お前は近藤さんを逃がすため危険なしんがりを買って出てくれたんだ。責める
理由は。いいえ。
As their conversation went on, I gazed around the common room. The only other men in the room were Saito and Shimada. Yamazaki's like, I know I can defeat Kodo because I have something that he'll never have. And what's that? Hair. So true. Way more hair than Kodo. We had to accept whatever good news we could find. In our case, it was that all of the captains had seemed to have exited the battle unscathed, including Kondo. Our men were bruised, but still alive. There was no time to be relieved, though, as we described our encounter with Kazuma.
しかし、よもや新政府軍の内部で高堂さんが羅刹を生み出しているとは。風間と天霧が告げた話だそうだが、その情報は信用に足るのか。
おそらくは、奴らとしても嘘をついて得をする理由もないでしょ
う。しかし、高堂さんの情報がこんな形で手に入るとは思いませんでしたね。ですが、高堂さんは雪村君の父親で。
I appreciate your concern, but I'm alright. Originally, I had ventured to Kyoto alone in order to gather clues about Father's strange disappearance. 4 years of investigation produced no results, and only now was I learning anything. However, I couldn't be happy about hearing news of him in such a manner. Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
落ち水を作り出した挙句、この国の民の半数を羅刹にするか。その話が事実なら放っておけるものではないな。
ただでさえ出立準備で忙しいってのに、また厄介な話が出てきたもんだ。
Moving? Is the Shinsengumi planning on leaving somewhere?
弱腰の幕臣しかいねえ江戸にとどまってても拉致がかねえから。
He intends. Kodo intends to turn half of our country bald! No! Anything but that!
俺たちはこれから会津へ向かう。一緒に戦う。気心がわかる相手がいる。
会津の松平片森公ならば我々を受け入れてくださるだろう。
Oh wait, hold on. Did they narrate that? No, okay, that was him. Tripped out for a bit. He was the military commissioner to whom the Shinsengumi had reported to while we were stationed in Kyoto. Having such a powerful figure as an ally would surely bolster the Shinsengumi's morale.
さて、どうしたものか。出立前に敵方の羅刹隊に対処しておきたいのは山々だが。
現在の情報では動くに動けません。まずはどこに身を隠しているのかわからないことには。
それなら情報収集を俺と雪村君に任せてください。
Yamazaki's suggestion was immediately met with a dubious expression from Saito, whose eyes narrowed.
まさかあんたたちだけで対処しようというのではないだろうな。
You know, I was wondering when we were gonna have the next drink. Oh, whoa, what the heck? I didn't hear.
Seriously?
I guess the clip activated itself, but yeah, that's a drink for seriously.
いくらその身が羅刹になったとはいえ、家臣は禁物だ。
分かっています。その家臣は先日へし折られたばかりです。
Yup. Yamazaki sighed at himself and continued.
別に正面から戦うわけではなく、まずは江戸入りした新政府軍の中にそれらしき部隊がいないかを探るつもりです。もし江戸城で戦になるとしたら、新政府軍が羅刹隊を投入してくる可能性もありますから。
I want to go along with Yamazaki. Oh, she's being bold about it. There we go. Even if my father wears a disguise, I'd be able to pick him out of a group instantly. Hijikata seemed to think this over. After a while, he heaved a deep sigh.
その件はお前らに任せる。動きがあったらすぐにこちらへ知らせる。
Sir, yes, sir.
羅刹の件は新選組の罪だ。いざとなれば俺たちが生きることね。
A few days passed. As directed, the Shinsengumi departed for Aizu. Unfortunately, not everyone in the Shinsengumi agreed with Hijikata's decision. Nagakura and Harada, who had previously voiced their discontent with Kondo, left the Shinsengumi. Damn, they're leaving off screen? Oh, that's sad. Excuse me, I mean, we know what happens anyways, but man. Excuse me. Yamazaki and I had other plans, remaining in Edo to locate any hint of where father could be. Excuse me. The afternoon sunset dyed the town red, lurking above the horizon like an ominous premonition. Gonna just chill, yeah. We walked as a pair through Edo underneath the soft glow of the dying sunlight. How are you feeling, Yamazaki? Do you think it would have been better if we waited until sundown?
いや、大丈夫だ。この時間ともなると、だいぶ日も陰ってくるからな。
As we talked, I noticed people of all walks of life flitting by us hurriedly. Word of the shogunate's failed campaigns had spread quickly. Daijobu. Daijobu-kei. So too had news of the imperial army's march to Edo. In the 300 years of peace under the Tokugawa regime, not once had Edo been in such danger. I eavesdropped on the conversations nearby, hearing everyone murmur nervously to one another.
どうした、ゆきまる?
Oh, nothing. I was wondering to myself what my life would have been like if I had never met the Shinsengumi. If on that fateful night I had never bumped into those bloodthirsty furies, my life would have been different. I would have gone back to Edo after failing to find father. The hideous truth of father's work would have eluded me, and my days would be wasted in waiting for him.
君にとってはそちらの方がずっと幸せだったのかもしれないな。真実など知ることもなく、ただの町娘として暮らしていた方が。
But if none of this ever happened, then I wouldn't have met you, Yamazaki. So true. I don't regret a single thing, and I know I won't ever, no matter what comes. Oh, he blushy.
その以前も言わせてもらったが、もう一度言わせてくれないか。
I like that the lines on his blush marks are like going off of his face.
君は卑怯だ。突然俺の心を奪わないでくれ。
Aww. Huh? What do you mean by the? Oh, that's a drink for Ho.
なんでもない。それより話を戻そう。
He is too cute. Yamazaki cleared his throat, assuming a stern tone that I could tell was forced.
新政府軍が江戸入りするまでにはまだいくらか時間に余裕がある。だからその前に俺たちがやっておくべきことは
To investigate the house I used to live in, correct?
そうだ。以前東堂さんたちが軽く調べてくれたとは聞いているが、何か見落としがあったかもしれない。うまくいけば東堂さんの行方についても何らかの手がかりか。
Yamazaki cut himself short. Suddenly, I heard his footsteps come to a halt. Yamazaki? I turned around. Ah, yeah. I had a feeling. That's a drink. I know, characters sure do keep stopping mid-sentence now, huh? Yamazaki clutched his hand over his chest, groaning as he broke out in a cold sweat. Oh no! There was no mistaking it. He was experiencing a bout of bloodlust. Worst of all, it was occurring in the middle of a crowded public street. I hastily threw my arm around Yamazaki's shoulders as he did his best to muffle his agonized moans. Yamazaki, this way! It was imperative that he remained out of sight. The two of us bolted into a dim, narrow alley, out of sight and away from the light of the setting sun. I kept my back facing the main road, and I wiped the beads of cold sweat dripping from Yamazaki's forehead. Yamazaki, I'm here for you. Don't worry, I'll... Okay, so... I finished my San Miguel, but I don't think I want to open the next one because I am starting to get tired, but I do at least want to finish the rest of this scene. So I'm just gonna use my water instead for now. So that's a drink for Don't Worry. And I'm pretty sure we have to give blood. That's how it always has been now. Let's save over here. Here, give him blood. I'll give you some of my blood. After ensuring that there was no one around us, I ran the edge of my blade against the back of my hand. Yeah, and just to make sure. Yep, that's right. Ow. The same fucking... All they're doing is changing the background, that's it. He ran his tongue along my cut, taking soft sips of my blood. Oh, you know what? That is a drink for that CG, that's right. Yeah. The sensation of his tongue running over my skin evoked a strange sense of guilty pleasure. Oh, yeah. Did you give him the medicine drug? You are stupid. He needs mouse bites to live. He needs Yukimura blood to live. I could hear the bustling street in the background, and the fact that I was offering my blood here, just out of sight, made me oddly flustered. Oh, so she's into public stuff, huh? Kinky. Yamazaki? I think you need to hurry or someone's going to see us. I relented, allowing him to keep going, just a little bit more. He groaned as he drank me in. I endured the sensation, cheeks red, watching to make sure no one saw us. Damn. To take this out of context and like not look at the screen and it's like, ooh, what's going on here? The side effects of his affliction were taking a larger toll on his body than I could have imagined. I held on to him as he crumpled, unconscious, to the ground. I glanced around. Did anyone see us? Did anyone hear his raspy voice? Regardless, we had to move out of sight. I took a deep breath, then threw Yamazaki's arm over my shoulder to support him as I walked. His frame may have been slender, but he was still a grown man, and carrying him was no easy feat. But there was no one around to help. The Shinsengumi had headed north for Aizu. Take a deep breath, yeah. Both Nagakura and Harada vacated their positions, and Okito was still bedridden. He's out! I had only myself to rely upon. I gritted my teeth and moved forwards when...
Oi! 病人か?
Whomst?
だったら運ぶの手伝ってやるよ。近くの診療所でいいのか?
Who the fuck? I tensed, slowly turning my head to look over my shoulder. The amiable voice calling out to us belonged to a young man, not too much older than Yamazaki or myself. Oh my god, what? Dude, the fuck is, Ryunosuke doing here? Oh shit, that's cool. Damn, so he gets to be in Yamazaki's route too? That's crazy. His hair was unruly and his brow furrowed. He seemed cheerful enough. It was a peculiar feeling, almost as if we had been previously acquainted despite never having met. Yeah, he was in the city last time. I'm pretty sure, because with Harada's route, I think they ended up in Edo anyways, even though they weren't with the Shinsengumi. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out if he takes us to his house or whatever. I shook my head, stopping myself from dwelling on it too much. I'm alright, thank you. I can manage just fine on my own. Yeah, I forgot too. I stepped backwards, hiding Yamazaki behind me. A look of confusion fell on the young man's face, and he scratched his coarse mess of hair. Excuse me.
突然見知らぬ奴に声をかけられたら、そりゃ警戒しちまうよな。
けどどうにも行き倒れを見ると放っておけないんだ。
Oh. He didn't seem to have bad intentions. More like he was a bit peculiar. The instant I lowered my guard somewhat, the young man gasped, eyes widening when he caught sight of Yamazaki's face behind my shoulder.
Yamazaki?
You know him? Oh, that's a drink.
おいおいお前新選組の山崎進だろ。
おい Yeah, Ibuki. I don't remember if his first name was actually Ryunosuke, but I think it was.
ああ、そうだよ。
Yeah, yeah.
伊吹龍之介だ。
Was that even audible? Yeah, that's why I paused for a bit. Like, barely. Like, let me see. Yeah, it's more like a... It's very, very quiet. Does this count as someone being loud? Yeah, we can count that. I'll drink. Yamazaki had opened his eyes and was making an expression I couldn't parse. It was happy, yet pained. Relieved, yet bitter. He was cycling through all of these emotions over and over. But at the end of it, he was on the verge of tears. I'd never seen him make such a face.
なんだよ、お前無事だったのか。新選組が負けて戻ってきたって聞いて、俺はてっきり。
Oh.
な、よかったら俺のところに来いよ。
Okay, yeah, his house is here.
たくさん。いや、悪いが人違いだ。
Oof.
何言ってんだよ。お前山崎進だろ。いっつもしかめっ面で不器用なぐらいにクソ真面目で、だけど本当は優しくて。
The description of Yamazaki's emotions made you think of the emotion score in P1. He's confused. Yeah.
新選組の観察型で医者の代わりもしてて。違う。
Bro.
俺は優しくなんてないし、もう医者代わりなんて名乗れない。あ、おい。
Suddenly, Yamazaki let go of me, seemingly having regathered his strength, and sprinted away. For a moment, I glanced back and forth between the two. I am so sorry, but please excuse me. I bowed politely towards Ibuki before spinning around to rush after Yamazaki. Yamazaki, I need something that starts with an L and ends with an E. We dashed through the crowds, packing the darkening streets. By the time we reached our destination, a hazy dusk covered the sky above us. Ooh, do I want to keep going or... fuck it, I'll keep going. We made it. We arrived at Yukimura Clinic. My old home hadn't changed much, aside from being overrun by weeds. It was calm and quiet. The plaque engraved with our family name was fading, and I ran my fingers over it. What do demons say when they want some of your HP? Give me some of your energy or your life or whatever? Something like that. I have been gone for so long.
ここが君の家か。
Yes, my father and I lived here together. I recognized the scent in the air, slowly walking past the entrance gate. Before I slid open the entrance, I turned around and faced Yamazaki to ask him something. Yeah, Yamazaki's like, give me some of your energy when he needs Yukimura's blood. Very true. Was the man who bumped into us earlier an acquaintance of yours?
話を聞いていなかったのか。あいつは知り合いなんかじゃない。
Lies! Yamazaki frowned, expression hardening, but I could tell that he was lying to me. His reasons for hiding it- Oh shit! Oh damn it. I almost dropped it. My Joy-Con, but let's see. His reasons for hiding it were unclear to me, so I asked Yamazaki if they were friends. I think we had to say friends, but let's see. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying. Yeah, let's see. Friends. If he wasn't an acquaintance, was he your friend? Yeah, there we go. Instant.
どうしてそうなる？あいつは別に
Bro, be honest. But he knew your name. His face lit up when he recognized you. Besides, your reaction was very strange. Yamazaki was usually level-headed and made sure to suppress his emotions regardless of who he was dealing with. When you spoke with Ibuki, your face was full of emotion. I've never seen you look like that before. It was impossible to miss.
そこは仕方ないだろう。あいつにはいろいろと迷惑もかけたし、逆にかけられたりもしたからな。だからまあ、そういう意味では友人と言えるか。
At last, Yamazaki admitted the truth, letting a small sigh out.
あいつ、伊吹と俺が出会ったのは、君と出会うよりもさらに前。新選組がまだ老子組と呼ばれていた頃。今日の都で新選組の黎明期を共に過ごした、いわば昔の仲間という。
Imagine when Ibuki saw Yamazaki, he made the face cam expression. Damn, now I want to see that guy with Ibuki's hair. Yamazaki gazed longingly at the sky above us, watching the stars twinkle brightly. His voice trailed off, causing me to ponder what may have caused a rift between Ibuki and the Shinsengumi. I wondered how he settled all the way here in Edo. Yamazaki left it at that, letting out another sigh as his eyes dropped to meet mine.
伊吹と俺たちの道はとうの昔に分かたれたんだ。俺たちは誇りとともに戦う道を選び、あいつは血塗られた道に背を向けて日の当たる世界へ戻っていった。あいつが無事に生きているなら、それ以上のことは望まない。
You speak very warmly about him. He must have meant a lot to you.
不器用な男だからな。俺たちの現状を知ったら見かねて首を突っ込んでこないとは言い切れない。だからこれはいいんだ。行こう、雪村。
Our conversation... I'm sorry, our conversion ended at that? Okay, that's definitely a mistake. That's definitely a fucking translation error. Our conversion. That's a drink. Yamazaki and I slid open the door, carefully stepping onto the dusty tatami into my childhood home. Stools where patients sat in father's study, my old bedroom, the cabinets and closets left ajar. Together we sifted through everything, but nothing useful caught our attention. They're now Mormons. Man. I found lots of patient records and medical prescriptions, but
やはり大きな手がかりとなるようなものを残していくほど不用心ではないか。
Yamazaki heaved a lamenting sigh, glancing at me as he flipped through a stack of paper.
となると、あとは君の記憶だよりだな。何か行動さんのことで気になる思い出はないか。例えば、よくどこに出かけていたとか、家で研究していたものとか、普段の性格がどうだったとか。
What's this? Are these Hijikata's haikus? God, that'd be so funny if they just randomly ended up there. Father liked to step out every so often. It was usually to see his patients, though. Other than that, then all I can really say is that he was a remarkably kind man. My eyes wandered around the room, hoping to find something that would help jog my memory. I spent so much time in this house, and Father had always doted on me. Father always loved treating his patients. Bald! Father, why'd you want to become a doctor?
お前もそういうことに興味を持つようになったか。乱暴医になったのはそ れほど深い理由があったわけではないよ。ただ優れた西洋医学を学びたかっただけさ。だが最近は医学書を読めば読むほど西洋とこの国の差を実感させられる。ポルトガル、オランダ、そしてイギリスに黒い線。多くの国がこの国に目をつけ始めた。この国はおそらくいずれ西洋の国々の餌食となるだろう。それゆえに私は思うんだよ。本当にこのままでいいのだろうかとね。
Huh? Drink. Damn, she's just been doing that since childhood. I know, right? Rip Prussia. Man.
ああ、すまない。お前にはまだ少し難しかったね。ほら、そろそろ眠りなさい。お話をしてあげよう。何がいいかね。
It doesn't matter to me, Father. I just want to hear you tell it.
そうかい。じゃあ、今日は昔話でもしてあげようか。
As I strung together my past memories of Father, all I could remember was him being kind to me. My eyes slowly drooped downwards, and I shook my head as I muttered in a hushed tone. He truly was such a kind father. Day in and day out, he would treat his patients, but somehow he always found time for me too. I remember when I prepared dinner for the first time. I burnt the fish, but he still ate like it was delicious, even though it was terrible. Damn. Now here's a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. Whenever I felt ill, he would stay up with me all night until I fell asleep. No matter how deep I searched, all that I could uncover were times he'd smiled so gently. And yet, if he truly wishes to change this country into one filled with furies, excuse me, does that mean that all his kindness was a lie? So true. Yamazaki took a small step closer to me. As I trembled with anxiety, he closed the distance between us. He didn't embrace me. He simply stood close. It was the just right distance for me to cling on to him. Doesn't that sound kind of awkward? It was the just right distance. Yeah, hold on. I'm taking a drink for that. Well, 2 drinks because it's a CG too. I know it. Oh wait, I feel like this is gonna be fuller. Like I feel like they're gonna zoom out and Yukimura's like more full of it. Oh yeah, she crying. Yamazaki and I both knew. It was just the right distance. That's what I thought. I thought that sounded awkward. Father had stained his hands with too much innocent blood. There we go. That's more like it. Oh, and then we get hand. Oh. Her crying is a drink too. Shit. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna drink that. I'm so sorry, Yamazaki. Is it alright if we just stay like this? For a little while. Oh, what a supportive boyfriend. Yamazaki softly wrapped his arm around me. With a gentle finger, he wiped the tears off my cheek. This house was filled with memories, and I felt too lonely to stay here by myself. I only wanted to stay in his embrace until dawn was upon us. Oh. Alright. I think that's a good note to end on. Yeah, and that's the next, not chapter, but the next month. But I'm gonna sleep because I am getting tired. And also all the drinking makes me need to take a Pisona, but if I'm gonna sleep anyways, then... Yeah, but we've made some pretty good progress. 3 hours. You thought it said until dawn was among us? It should have said that. Man. But yeah, I'm glad that we at least got some sweet moments with Yamazaki. Alright, we'll go back to the title. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning into the stream. As always, love chatting with you guys and hanging out. If you're just watching, I am always glad to be entertainment. Now let me see what's next on the list. Oh, it looks like Resident Evil's next. So look forward to Resident Evil later today. Yeah, we got a few socks tonight too from the stream. Yeah. Giving blood. But alright. I will take my leave. Mata nene, my dudes. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your night or day, wherever you may be. And I will catch you guys later. Take care, stay safe out there, and peace out.